Oh shit, man.
Hey Matt, your mic is muted on stream.
Wait, what? Wait, on the street? How? This can't be it. I will no. Hello, are we live? Hello and welcome, one and all, to a very serious, very not scuffed stream with absolutely no issues with its intro, no mishaps or shenanigans that were not planned, not scripted, not a bit, and not intended. Welcome to a very serious episode of Debate Direct. Hi guys! That's it, yep, I did it! I started a stream with all the audio and the visuals in the right place, with the Discord kind of set up as it's supposed to be. Same as I did, every day for the last, 2 weeks. I'm so proud of you. Alright, well, you know what? I'm proud of you guys. Alright? Sticking through this, dealing with shenanigans. I mean, did I even... Yeah, I didn't remember to have this on. It's funny how the backgrounds change, don't they? Feels like home. But home can, be changed. Move in, out, revamped. It's like, oh yeah, 1 minute. You got the victory poster and everything, and the other plushie's there. And that's been there for, years. And that's iconic. And then boom, it's out of the frame. And it's like, oh... think about that. It's like, oh, reality outside the frame. Things don't cease to exist because we don't experience them. God, did I say that I needed a haircut? Seriously, I'm just gonna do this. I'm using my headphones as a hairband. I need a trim, and I should be getting one tomorrow, both up top and down here, getting rid of this thing finally. But, yeah. You know what's really blowing my mind, though? Honestly? you guys. Here's today's charity shoutout and QOTD. We'll talk more about that later. And, you know, we'll talk more about this soon. But the amount of support for the stream. This stream had 12 likes on it before I had even started. Which is amazing. Like, and I can see that, like, so many people turned up. Super Soul, Mac, Corey, Val, Reality Breakthroughs, that's Platty, Aiden, hello. I thought it was more people. Like, so many people just went and left a like, though, even if they're not here right now, which I really appreciate. But yeah, today's the meta episode, and before we get into it, I just want to reply to the chat. Yeah. How y'all doing? I don't know if it's the 3 cups of caffeine or this is actually funny to me. Funny, this is my second today. I needed it. But yeah. Don't clip it! It's being deleted. I mean, there's nothing there. This stream started as normal with a 2-minute intro with the DDLC music because it parallels the last stream. I remember I planned to have, what was it called? I was playing Dreams of Love and Literature last episode, and then I was playing Stories of Friendship and Literature this episode, and I definitely didn't forget about that little parallel and start playing the Discord waiting room music because I realized there was an opportunity there. And then, with all the shenanigans of this hypothetical messy intro, accidentally pinged everyone about this, which maybe I should have pinged server, but no, that definitely didn't happen. I don't know why that's set to default on Discord. Why would you want to ping everyone? That just pisses people off. People don't like getting pinged. I know from experience. Oh my god, is that a closet? Yes, it is. I promised you guys a reveal, didn't I? Did I do that? Did I forget about that? I'm not going to do it now. For no particular reason. I just don't want to stand up. It's all part of the fun. Yeah. Alright, let's get on with this. Guys, Debate Direct has come a long, long way on this channel. It has become an absolute staple of the channel. I mean, 100 episodes now. For some reason it's not displaying, but it should be here. Live episodes always do this. I just play in the wrong order, but yeah. Just yesterday, we did the tier list episode where I ranked every Debate Direct. Every public one. All the main ones. It's a bit inconsistent. But I ranked the episodes in a tier list. And that was Debate Direct 99. It was something real special. I'm hoping today is also real special. We've done a whole bunch of stuff. Some of which is lost. Lost episodes are a thing now. There's old stuff I've deleted, but some of it's still here, public or unlisted, on the playlist. IQ tests, game theories, game reviews, little research tasks, tier lists, all kinds. And I've recently been revamping it. I mean, with the thumbnail, changes compared to the old ones. And also, if you head over to my featured page, you might notice the banner has changed. And if you scroll down on home, you'll see there's some new stuff here. And that's because this is all part of one big event, Debate Direct 101, which is finally going to end tomorrow. And it's been a real journey. I'm really excited to reveal everything. But I wanted to do one last stream before that. Episode 100, triple digits. To really just reflect on what Debate Direct really is. Don't worry about this just yet. We'll talk about that at the end. But like looking back, now that we've reflected on the past, think about the present, what is Debate Direct? What's it all about? And I wanted to invite you guys to discuss. I'll just read out the description. Debate Direct is by far the longest running series on the channel, with potential infinitely greater than any gaming stream that I can do. Now that episode 100 is here, with my topical discussion live streams, supported by the Hydration Nation, finally reaching triple digits, it's time to think and talk about why I even do this. Why do we debate? Why do we create? And everyone is welcome to join this open mic as we discuss where we are. So that's pretty much what's going on. It's not like a strict debate, it's a fluid thing. You don't have to strictly answer the questions that I've presented. If we head over to Mr. Matt Suggestions, I made an announcement post. You don't have to strictly, you know, Q&A with this. But I just want to hear people talk about their kind of thoughts and opinions. Like, you know, if you've made your own tier list of the Debate Direct tier list, I want to see that. If you want to talk about your experiences as a collaborator within the episodes, or just kind of seeing the series progress, you know, has Debate Direct changed? What has it been about for you? What has it provided for you? Why do you watch, you know? Good or bad, you know? I will take criticism. I mean, nothing's perfect. I actually have a lot of issues with Debate Direct. I think it's seriously flawed in quite a few places. But, you know, we can get into that. And, it's interesting that you mentioned this, Corey, that despite the fact that it is a complete standout that is different from literally everything else I do, and I've primarily always been a gaming channel, you think Debate Direct's the most popular thing on the channel? Well, we can talk about that more because Corey is here in voice chat, guys. He's the first one to show up, and because he's got the moderator privileges, he's able to just hop in. So, Corey, if you're ready, I'm ready. So, yeah. Again, guys, everyone who joins will be tagged in the description by the end of the stream. So if you want to go find their YouTube channel or whatnot, they're all on the Hydration Nation. If you want to go meet them. You there, dude?
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, honestly.
I mean, speaking of Discord servers, guys, the, you know, host of Community Build here. Host? Creator? Owner? Owner of Community Build. The leader. The king. The king of Community Build.
Perfect.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, but yeah, I don't have much to show off visually for this stream. I know by my own criteria when I did the tier list, that will probably rank this one down, but I think I'm just going to keep my browser open and just kind of look at everything, I guess. So, yeah. Before anything else, actually, what do we think of the thumbnail? I was kind of struggling for a thumbnail idea, and I thought maybe this would be alright.
Honestly, the thumbnail is pretty fine. It's just the right direct, you know, 100 episodes.
It's weird because that logo has been there since episode 1. It's been here since 2019, over 4 years ago. But it's like, it's always been in the corner, and it doesn't pop up anywhere else. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of forgot the logo existed and what it looked like. I kind of just blanked it out when I was making the thumbnails. No one ever actually looks at it, you know? It's an interesting logo. I could do a whole stream probably talking about this, like how I made it and stuff, but I'm not going to get into that now. It's just, it's a bit of a mess. I made it a long time ago, and I lost the file, so I was never able to update it, so it looks pretty odd compared to my current graphics, but it's there. But anyway, enough from me. I've talked plenty about my own thoughts on Debate Direct in episode 99. If you want that, go there. This is where everyone else can speak. So, chat rules, maximum of 4 people, I think. So, I will let everyone on, because Insta and Platty are in the audience. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, good people. Hello,
hey,
chat. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Matt?
Great, thanks. Anyway, Corey, I'm gonna let you talk first. First come, first served. Anything you wanted to share?
I just wanted to share that, to me personally, the Debate Direct is probably one of the, I believe it's probably one of the most popular series on your channel, specifically just because it's such an engaging type of stream, you know? When you're playing games, you're usually kind of just, you know, playing the game alongside chat. This is the type of stream where you can literally engage with the audience and, you know, have, you know, the little debate, not just with the people that are participating, but literally with the entire community in the live chat. And I think it's honestly, this is probably why it's your most successful stream on your channel.
It's got that interactivity on a different level.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think I remember my first ever participation on Debate Direct, like actually live with my voice, is I think episode 36, where we talked about simps and stands. I remember that one.
That was a good debate, honestly. I want to do more stuff like that, because a lot of my recent debates, the proper ones, have been aiming for fairly generic topics that are like kind of mainstream, usually vaguely controversial, like you talk about in school. I thought graffiti was quite unique, but like animal rights, nuclear energy, they're good, but it's like, yeah, like the Simpson stands was very much geared towards our kind of like internet culture, and I should definitely do more of that. It was also really funny. There were some great clips, I think, from that one.
Yeah, I think
Great crew as well.
it was one of my favorite streams personally. Just literally just going back to rewatch it it's so fun.
Yeah. You actually rewatched that?
I did. It's
I've
just
done it,
such
I've
a
won.
good stream.
Well, there you go. If my stuff was actually that entertaining, whew. Yeah, I never rewatch my own content. I really should. I do rewatch clips
I don't...
that go on Matt's to Miss. So if you want me to rewatch something I've done, clip it. I ain't got time to troll through that.
For sure. I haven't
Anyway.
rewatched my own stuff either, but like I've definitely rewatched stuff from other creators, you included. So like, it's not a foreign concept to me.
Yeah. I mean that's different. It's just watching your own stuff is weird to me. Like, you should do it for reviewing. And whenever it's a pre-recorded video that I have to edit, I do obviously have to rewatch it. But live streams, I shit that out and then I'm done. It's gone. It's in the past.
Relatable.
You know? Maybe I'll change the title or description, but you know. Also,
Put a
DJ
timestamp
Livy,
here,
welcome.
there.
We got
That's
the
it.
mod squad in chat. Yes, thank you. I really should timestamp more of these. I'm definitely going to have to go back and add timestamps to a lot of these, so I might actually end up just rewatching them in full, because it's like a podcast. You can just keep it running in the background, picture in picture.
True.
And really just enjoy it and absorb the vibes, you know, without, optimizing your time. I don't mean to make excuses, but I do consider myself a busy person. I like to multitask.
Yeah.
Anyway, Insta, since you're already talking, anything you wanted to say specifically?
I mean, Debate Direct is a really interesting playlist and an interesting concept. It's mainly just, it's something to like let your mind think about. Like everything is like its own topic and you have the time to like process it all. It's extra interaction with chat and with the community, with Hydration Nation included and all the collaborations and stuff. It's a great concept that I think if used correctly can take not just like a small channel, but any channel to the next level. Like 8-Bit Reddit had this like interactivity stuff, and it just blows up on Ryan's channel.
That.
It's just sort of figures, you know.
You know, I've thought about doing something similar with this Discord server because I feel like I could totally pull that off. I'm not large enough to want a subreddit.
That could be a good idea, actually.
But that's what you're saying, right? It's like you know, Let's Plays have been a thing for decades before I even got started. Not decades, years. A decade. But, like, you know, you can do cool stuff with that, but Debate Direct's actually unique. It's actually compelling conceptually. It's not just, does this guy have better commentary or better gameplay than the other 10,000 people doing the same thing? Or is it, you know...
Exactly.
I think you're right. Debate Direct, I think there's been plenty of flops, and we can talk about that, but yeah, when it's well done, you get some really compelling, really thoughtful discussion. You don't get that thoughtfulness with gaming necessarily. Depends on the game, depends on me. I mean, I was, you just got me thinking. I'm actually going to reveal some deep lore, guys. You ready? Do you guys want the deep Mr. Matt lore? Look at the stream. There's a bit delay. But on my old YouTube channel, which only select people will have heard about from here and there. Oh, it's another old YouTube cameo. There was actually this old thing, which was essentially a precursor to Debate Direct. It was basically Debate Direct, but under a different name with a slightly different format called Matt Matters. And before that, this is actually a rebrand of The Thought Films. I mean, crap name. Matt Matters was my mum's idea, by the way. This was basically topical discussion videos, non-gaming, where I would basically... The thing is, it was a lot more straight and narrow, I guess, than what I do. What I do now is very English literature. I like to just kind of have, like, open-ended stuff. This was science and maths. This was back in, like, middle school when I was still decent at those subjects and I hadn't gone to high school and had my confidence destroyed. Welcome. And essentially, this is me discussing, like, topics and just explaining things to the viewer. So it was a bit different. But there's definitely an echo of Debate Direct in these, because I always... In some of the episodes, I really invited the audience to discuss stuff, and some of it was research and learning for myself. They were more like educational presentations. But there was a bit of a mix. I did one which was, you know, a reaction to Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 4 teaser, in between explaining, you know, science fiction technologies that became a reality, and 10 awesome science words. Like, I had some really good ideas, and then I had some really creatively deprived stuff. Walk Down Memory Lane is also, there's basically this book, How to Think Like Sherlock, which had all these, like, interactive activities. It was like the FNAF survival logbook, kind of. It was really interesting, really fun. My score from that was really low, because I sucked at it, but it was a lot of fun. It was very interesting. And I did a kind of meta thing with the last one. There was only 12 of these, but they were... You watch them for yourself. I don't remember how good they were. I have not rewatched most of this in a very long time.
You heard it here first. Matt wants you to watch his old channel.
Oh, and yeah, the Thought films, the original ones, they still exist. It's all public. You can still watch it. They're still garbage. There's literally no reason to go back. But they exist. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. We got some lore. Platty, you haven't spoken yet. I'm gonna give you a turn. Anything you wanted to say specifically before we like get deep into it?
A warning though, there might be an echo. That's why I keep going on mute because I don't have headphones and I am in a hotel room right now. But I just thought I had to show up the 100th episode, man.
Yeah, man.
Totally.
I mean, it's
Anyway,
nice to see people, known members of the community. You guys are like pillars of the community. You've had all those Debate Direct cameos. It's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know? This is the Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. But seriously, it's good to have people who have actually been a part of Debate Direct on here. It's appropriate. So, yeah, what do you want to say?
I wanted to say, Corey had the same idea of what I was going to talk about, but I guess I can give into more detail on that. But I feel Debate Direct lasted as long as it did right now because of how much interactivity people had with it, and it wasn't just like a one-sided discussion. And that's what a lot of this type of content, most of the time, kind of stems down to, is there's not much interaction with the viewers to discuss it, and you giving the opportunity to hear other people's thoughts on live stream and stuff like that. I feel like that definitely made like a lasting impact on the series.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys have, literally you individuals have probably had more impact than you would think as well. Pretty much everyone who's collaborated with me was at one point a viewer. So you kind of transition to that over time, just making friends with me, basically. And it's interesting to think about, because everyone had a different starting point. You all, got introduced at some point. A lot of this early stuff no one's going to remember, because you weren't here for it. It was very rough around the edges, but around episode, 30, I think, is when things really picked up. And Hydration Nation was created, I want to say around 2020 worst year ever, shortly before that. Not that long before, though. There were some big gaps between these. When was this one? August 17th. Oh, wow, there's a... Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure this out. Hydration Nation was, September 2020? So, yeah, around episode 20 something.
Just look at the first join message, you'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah! He was the first. He has seen everything. It was you, Platty, the first person to join the server, technically, by a few minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Besides you,
September 25th,
I was the first.
I think. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, but we had the whole subreddits thing. I wish I'd started using Reddit sooner. Especially since a lot of people are leaving Reddit now. I'm not sure what's going to happen to Reddit. It's a real shame, because I really, really have enjoyed the platform. But, oof, those API changes. I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say, if anything, so I'll just hand it back to you guys. I mean, what came to mind when I was, explaining the stream premise?
When I had, since I'm on mobile, I had to swap over to Discord, so I didn't hear the full stream premise, but I did want to say I did listen to what Corey said, and I wanted to comment on something about that too.
Yeah.
Go for it.
By the way, Mac, yeah, you're welcome to join. Wait, maybe 30 minutes or something, because I want to keep voice chat nice and tidy, so I'm limiting it to 4 people. Sorry. Yeah.
I was going to say that probably I feel like it would be best if hang on, I'm trying to think of the best way to word it. I feel like you should maybe be doing more debate directs that are involved with the internet side of it rather than real world. Obviously you can still do that, but I feel like it would be better for more interaction if you do stuff that a lot of people know about, then can give more input on.
Yeah, this is coming back to the QOTD, actually. Because last time I asked what your guys' favourite Debate Direct episode was, what about types? I mean, aside from personality quizzes, which no one liked and were kind of mediocre, if I'm being honest, all the different types have playlists now. So, are you talking... Excuse me. Or, don't remember reading that. Are you talking about doing topics like ChatGPT and, you know, I don't know, political compass tests, as opposed to
stuff like that,
vandalism,
stuff like that, that more people. Sorry, there's an internet delay. If I'm talking over you, that's why it's not.
Right.
But stuff that like more people are able to easily like interact with other than like the really like serious topics from time to time. I feel like that would be. I mean, I remember there was a stream you asked everybody if anybody, like, collaborators would want to be on, and I just, like, straight up, like, I don't know if I want to be a part of that. It was, like, the death penalty episode, I think.
Yeah. Listen, I do not regret doing that episode. I thought it was great, but it was for myself. The Simpsons stands thing, everybody was on that. You can literally look at these two side by side and see all the collaborators in one thumbnail and none in the other. I had to remove the one who was going to join because she just... didn't turn up, plans changed. Yeah, I don't know. Then you've got the Scott Cawthon controversy, which kind of walked the line between the two. This should never have happened, but that's a whole different story. Yeah, I think you're right. I think, I'm gonna obviously continue to do stuff like, you know, should assisted dying be legalized. But I absolutely should do more of that kind of stuff on the side. I think maybe I need to do a proper AI debate at some point. If you guys have topic ideas, just suggest them in the channel or something, like, specifically, because nothing's coming to mind right now. I need to think about it. Also, I was actually looking at my live streams by popularity. I don't doubt that you're right about in terms of series, like, Debate Direct's up there, but, you actually have to scroll quite a bit to find the first Debate Direct out of my popular ones. I mean... it's like number like 20 or 30 out of like 1,000 at this point, so it's still high. But yeah, it's all FNAF related stuff, of course.
I am going to leave this the thing just so I can give other people a chance to talk, and also just because I'm having a lot of connection issues and I don't want to ruin the stream for anybody else and hog a spot.
That's really
Thanks for letting me in here.
You're welcome.
Thanks for letting me in here, and I'm glad I could give some insight on what I think about Debate Direct.
Hell yeah, you absolutely deserve to be here, and thank you for your input. Even if it's just like one little thing, I would love to get everybody on here, so sure. Mac, if you want to come in, Patties, you can still go in the audience or whatever. Yeah. Lil Fox is in the audience.
Fox!
The rule is first come, first serve, Mac, so, you know, you weren't in the audience, so... it's fine, it's fine. I might make an exception. If it's like people I know and trust, I might push it up to 5, I don't know. Anyway, Lil Fox, you're welcome to join.
Fox, let's go.
So, did you guys have anything else you wanted to say? Because you've got nothing left to say. Like, you can leave. It's totally fine. You can go in live chat if you want. But I love having you here.
I mean...
it's interesting looking at my popular videos.
What
this is
can I say?
else.
There's plenty of topics that have been, like, really short segments of different streams that could be explored in huge detail.
Ooh.
In like a Debate Direct, for example.
In
like,
would you
rather, or the Devil's Advocate with ChatGPT or stuff like that. There's plenty of them that are like really usable, you know? There's like plenty of topics you can just grab and make like multiple streams on and never get exhausted of the content.
Yeah, I've got the juicy content farm.
Yes.
But yeah, if we actually look at like charity event streams, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's segments of these which could have been their own debate directs. The debate challenge actually appeared in, I think, the Crisis stream or something before it became its own thing.
Maybe.
Maybe. We did tier lists in the Samaritans one. You know, we've done. Yeah,
we did like
Devil's Advocate, the recent one.
Trust or Trust, I think.
Here's another thing. Distractable, the podcast, has kind of inspired me. I'm not going to confirm any specifics, but there's a few Distractable episodes, which I think I could basically copy-paste the title and make that a debate direct, because it would work as a YouTube live stream. YouTube live streams aren't too far away from podcasts. The visual element's the only major difference, and some podcasts have visuals such as the Spotify exclusive Distractable, which I watched. I watched their FNAF tier list last night. It's literally going the other way. They're doing like live stream content on there basically. Yeah. So it's like long form video. And their FNAF tier list was so funny. It was completely opposite to what you normally expect if you saw it on YouTube.
It's great.
Also, Lil Fox, which direct? I see you. You can join the audience if you want, dude. If you want to speak. Let me post the link for you because clearly you've seen this on the server without actually finding the stream. You can just stay in the audience if you want. But it's in the usual channel announcements and everything. You can get the, you can get the role in roll. I'll just link it. This'll help out. I'll just go ping rolls.
I wanted to mention something.
Bro's chilling in the chat. I love this emoji.
That looks...
Saving that. Anyway,
Take it.
Something cool about the debate direct series is on your channel. It's like an experiment that you can do because, unlike Five Nights at Freddy's or you playing a Minecraft live stream, those are really like set topics that people are either like or hate. But debate direct, you can really like get a feel for what your audience is really into. You can. It's such a great way to like see what your audience is really actually like interested in, and obviously you had debate direct episodes that like flopped, they didn't do too well, and you kind of can just use that to pick up data off your audience basically without actually like doing like a poll or something. It's just getting a real feel of what people actually are interested in talking about. So I think it's like a really great way to experiment what your audience is basically like without actually like having to ask too much questions. If it doesn't work out, then that this is not a great topic. If this one is topic that everybody's interested in, then like this is what your audience likes. And because it's so popular, you're always going to be able to get that data. So I think it's a really great way to really figure out what your community is like.
That's very smart. I
You're
never
right.
thought of that aspect.
It's a really unique part because when you do a poll, when I ask people on the community tab, something, let me find something like FNAF 4 2-player with true player or SCP Secret Laboratory Refractive Reality, their idea of what that video is going to be, or if they even think about that, is different from what I've actually got. Whereas a debate direct, like, you literally have the stream and it's like you can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on actual YouTube systems. They have a thing called likes and dislikes. And it's like, I can just do it anyway because I want to and learn from the experience. I think this series, more than most, has developed and evolved and progressed because I've learned. And again, I went into detail into my tier list, but it's like people get a tangible idea of like what this is. So I absolutely agree.
Really smart. That is... I'm gonna start doing that. Don't mind me just stealing ideas from Corey. You didn't hear that from me. I'm not stealing anything. I'm not plagiarizing ideas.
This is another thing that I think, young YouTubers starting out, myself included, did a lot. It's like, I don't know what to upload. Tell me what to make and do a poll. And it's like, buddy, there is an audience for everything. Do what you want to and do it well and you will find your people. Don't just have your entire channel be backseat gaming, because I've seen this and it's cringeworthy. The thing is, what you got to do
backseat streams.
It's like, well, there you go. It's if you just make stuff and you review it, it's like that's so much more useful. Mac, he's here, and you can you've got all the YouTube analytics and stuff as well. The amount of support the YouTube Studio and the Live Studio provide for YouTubers, professional and amateur likewise, is the highest it has ever been. There is so much there. It's more overwhelming than is actually like lackluster. I'd say the only issue with it right now, other than a couple nitpicks with features, like they removed sort by oldest for a while, didn't they? I'm really glad we got that back because everyone protested about it. But they don't have like a proper newsletter tab that's like nicely laid out. Other than that, it's got everything you could ask for and more. Like, it's so good. So, get out there, guys. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just create. If it's crap, you can always delete it later and pretend like it never existed, okay? If it's that bad, no one will have watched it. It's a win-win. But anyway,
so true.
Yeah, Little Fox is just being hilarious in chat now. Bro just wants to listen in, I think. I love the emojis, dude.
I mean, it's valid. It's definitely valid.
Also, Mac, welcome. Thank you for joining, dude.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm so
How are
happy to
you?
see you guys here. I'm great, thank you. Nice to have another member of the mod squad on. Have you ever been on a debate?
Yeah.
I feel like you must have done, but I can't remember which ones.
There's no way he hasn't. I doubt.
I
doubt
was on the debate direct.
The last...
Oh,
You win Would You Rather on Community Build. Will you press the button? The
Um,
last one was... Oh, the Beautiful Islands one, yes!
Yes.
Yes, you were!
Yes.
By the way, guys, if you didn't notice, I uploaded that clip because I should have done this months ago. Again, there's so many clippable moments I've never done simply because I don't have time. Like, you guys got to do that for me or something, and plenty of you have, and good stuff exists. Completely thanks to the people in Mr. Matt Suggestions, or whatever it is. I really appreciate that, because I can't do this myself. But yeah, I clipped this myself last night because it's like 10 minutes, so I actually recorded with OBS, uploaded it. If it's like longer than a minute, don't worry about it, because I have to go through the process of recording and uploading to Matt's to Mist anyway, if you want your thing on there, so. But yeah, I am so happy with this. This is like one of the most hysterical moments in the series, and it came from Debate Direct. And it wasn't even like a super crazy experimental one. It was just another will you press the button. That site is great, and thankfully, unlike Etherio, it isn't deleted. It's still up here. You can still play it.
Yep.
Hopefully it never goes away, because I have nostalgia for this. Guys, you get unlimited free orange juice for the rest of your life, but you can only drink it immediately after you brush your teeth. Will you press the button?
I'm gonna say it. It's an infinite supply of hydration, and I don't mind it. It's not like I like the taste, but I don't mind it. I don't despise it so much that I will never drink it in my. Like, I don't care. I just do not care.
But that feeling,
Pressing it, bro.
immediately after you brush your teeth and you drink something like orange juice, which is acidic, it feels like you feel your teeth.
I mean, it's weird, sure, but it's not like it's pain. It's not like you're
It's uncomfortable.
like you're in pain. I mean, I'm fine with being uncomfortable if I have an infinite hydration supply.
What do you
I
guys
mean,
think?
to
Any
me,
other
it's
takes?
just you're thirsty, you just brush your teeth and you get juice on command, you know? You get clean
Juice on
teeth and
command,
you get something
bro.
to drink.
That's great.
That sounds like such a Florida thing. Juice on command, bro.
And you get clean teeth. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mac, do
I
you have
mean,
any
yeah.
opinion on this before I insert my own?
Oh god.
I don't have any.
Alright, listen. The boys are right, okay? A little bit of discomfort for guaranteed hydration. You will never die of thirst. It's never something you can worry about. As long as you have access to everything you need to brush your teeth. Here's the thing. This will motivate you to have one of the best forms of hydration, which you know, there are plenty of alternatives to that if you need a drink in a situation.
Orange
not if you brush your
Joe.
teeth. But also, this motivates you to brush your teeth regularly and frequently, and that is going to give you really good teeth. The only way I see this being a problem if someone actually brushes their teeth too much, which I feel like wouldn't happen, because more often than not, I just don't brush my teeth enough. So I'm British, how could you tell? I'm British. But like, it's unlimited free orange juice, I'm taking that.
So true.
64% of people did not press the button.
I just find the much
55,000.
more existential one.
These people are
That
fools.
This
Insane.
is, dude. There is such a drastic change in tone between these. It's just like, oh, would you orange juice after brush teeth, and then it's just, well, you'll be able to materialize anything. The universe will alter itself at will, and it'd be up to you to deal with anything that it may resolve.
Right? It's like,
Also, to be
you can
fair-
erase 9/11 from history, but all the world's beautiful islands is sink into Earth.
The full one is, you will be able to materialize things from any reality, including people and entire cities, but the universe will alter itself at will, and it will be up to you to deal with anything that may result.
Dude, these answers for the orange juice one are interesting. Some
I
people
just
like,
wanted to say,
you don't have to drink it. You could sell it and become a millionaire. There's something
True,
called mint
I mean,
gum. What if I
You
don't
have an
brush my
infinite
teeth?
supply. It doesn't even matter.
I'd rather
You
drink
can go
ketchup.
bankrupt, and you could still sell.
Tomato juice.
also, I wanted to say that
Anyway,
you don't
enough of
have
this.
to use toothpaste.
Oh
you
god,
don't
yeah.
have to.
You could just put
Uncomfortable.
water on your brush, and it's like, I'm brushing. You could just take a toothbrush and rub it against your teeth. Guys, my teeth are in the motion of being brushed. So then you could just do it for loads, and you wouldn't have to worry about, like, you know, destroying your teeth.
Just
Also, this is
like
Lil
I'm just gonna
Fox's
go into
first.
desert with a toothbrush, and I'm just gonna like brush my teeth, whoop, swallow
Yeah.
it, just orange juice everywhere. Amazing. That sounds so bad out of context. Do not clip that. Do not. No.
Do not.
No, we don't
Nah.
want to talk about that. Nah.
Anyway, I just wanted to say how interesting that Debate Direct 100 is somebody's first. Lil Fox, everyone's having all these different experiences. That's so interesting. Florida is water. Again, Corey is hydrated. Can confirm. Florida's based, guys, for being hydrated. Florida man
Yeah,
drinks water.
and having like
Platy is
pores
streams
of
lagging
water
for-
every 3 seconds. Then there's just like a 40 degrees Celsius weather the next second.
real.
It's just Florida, man.
Never been there, but can
You like that?
confirm. Also, Ibrahim T, welcome to the stream, and Super Soul. If you crave orange juice at like 3 in the afternoon, you have to brush your teeth just to drink it.
I mean, it says brush your teeth, not like put toothpaste on, brush your teeth fully, you know, mouthwash and all that. You just like grab a toothbrush, like 2 strokes, and you already have orange juice. That's even worse. Don't
we take it
that out
literally-
of context either.
Does Orange Joe count? Yeah, what if it's something that includes orange juice but doesn't? Like, are you just gonna like drink it and then the
I would
Orange
drink Orange
juice-
Joe to see see if it's actually good.
is it like you drink something and then the orange juice just stays in the glass no matter what? It just defies physics and won't enter your mouth. And it's like so you suck all the other
Oh.
ingredients out and it just filters out the orange juice.
It's just
So
water.
weird. So you have like orange squash and it's like you're just drinking all the water and all the orange particles are just left in
Ew.
there. It's so
What?
weird. Platy's literally chilling at Universal Studios. Disney World, guys, yeah. Corey's actually at Disney World in Florida. Disneyland, Florida, whatever it is. Yeah.
I wish. I actually came back home to Jersey. So
Don't they also have a Harry Potter world in Florida? Or some
Maybe.
kind of Harry Potter attraction?
I mean,
'Cause I
that's something a
remember-
Florida man would build.
I remember, I might be getting mixed up with California, but I remember in like year 7 or 8, like 8th grade, like years ago, I went on a school trip
There's
to a Harry
no
Potter
way they removed Barney.
thing.
That's outrageous.
And I remember the tour guide was like, "Are we in Florida or Britain?" And I was like, "Bro, what?" He was like, "Haven't had my coffee yet today, guys. Sorry." It was like the tour guide. He didn't know what country he was in. I was like, "Damn, what life is he living?" I'm pretty sure it's Florida, but yeah, they removed Barney. No.
How? That nah.
Crimes against humanity.
Removing Barney is a hate crime.
Barney is removed, but nothing. Do not press this button. Please do not press this button. Will you press the button? 89% of people press the button. Dude, I don't know where Fox is getting these reaction emojis, but they're the funniest thing ever. I have to
They're
say this.
amazing.
This is from the Animated Hell server? I'm on that server.
Yeah.
What the
Oh, that's a
hell?
One Piece reference. I'm putting fire. That's an A. That was supposed to be fire. There's fire.
Nice. Anyway, guys, we're getting seriously off track. We're meant to be... Guys, we're meant to be talking about Debate Direct, guys. Guys. Anyway, if we haven't got any, like, specific things, I'll just go back to the prompts. So, like, why do we debate? Why do we create? What's the point of Debate Direct? Why do we even do this? real.
to get an opinion from everybody. Simply put. You
To
see,
get
everybody has
multiple
different
points
thoughts.
of view.
And that too. That's a great one.
Mm. What do we all
I mean,
think?
it's
In chat,
actually-
I want to hear your answers and see if there's any differences. Why? Don't think about my motive. Just think about why. Why do you watch Debate Direct? Why do you collaborate on this? What does this mean to you? That's what I want to talk about.
Hmm.
Give
I
it a
mean,
minute.
giving more points of view would make it seem more genuine, you know? It's not like you're just giving your own opinion. My opinion is right. End of
I mean,
stream.
Well, the first half of that, some streams, literally just me talking.
I mean, if it doesn't go to the "my opinion is correct" territory, then it's
No.
fine.
I like to think I've never been arrogant like that. Do my
Well, the
best.
thing about the streams that you do
I like to
by
think that
yourself-
all of my opinions are actually wrong. Like I am
No,
factually
literally,
correct every single
literally.
time.
That is what I do. I approach sharing my opinions, like already with counter arguments in mind and trying to think, how can I
The
disprove
benefit
this?
of the doubt.
Because if an
It's
opinion is
fair
truly
enough.
based and strong and valid and kind of like legitimately backed, then it won't be a problem. If there's
My
like
opinion
if I
isn't
can't make
correct,
a
you will
comeback
end.
to it, then I know it is, you know, not correct strictly speaking, but yeah. So Fox is actually on the animators held team. That's awesome. Meanwhile, Super Soul, if my opinion is correct, you will end. I'm gonna let you up, Max Bag. I'm gonna let you up. I'm gonna make an exception.
Hello.
Super Soul.
You will end is
We
like
got him on, French person.
Oh.
Super Soul's personality is like 50% French, 45% Amori, 4% in your walls. I did not do the percents right. And
that
then
is
it's
not the
just
right
like,
percentage, man.
Debate direct. Is Matt good at math?
no, I'm not. No,
No,
with no
chat
particular
emoji.
percentages applied. Super Soul's entire personality is French, Amori, in your walls, sex, French again, Amori
If you wanna
again,
be more
Amori a
specific-
third time, and being
French.
based.
Yeah, you
If you wanna
literally
be
like.
more specific. And walls plus soil.
Baguette noises.
You literally describe like my thought process. Like it's my brain. Like every day, it just loops all that.
Those are the only things you think about. You cycle between those, and occasionally you'll pay attention to everything else.
No, like, I
Names
think about.
intervals,
I think about
guys.
Omori too much. Not gonna lie.
It's like looking at the
There's
menu
a
screen.
interval.
I'm literally him, guys.
Guys.
Anyway, you were saying.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Was
Honestly.
Insta saying
That
something?
is amazing.
I don't know who.
I was gonna mention that even the streams that you do that you're by yourself talking about topic, you don't have anybody else, you're always giving room for people in your chat to always give in. So even if it seems like
Yes.
you're not talking with anybody else, there's always a debate going on. So it just works.
Thank you. I'm really glad to hear that because I've really been trying to do that in the newer ones. In the older ones, I talked over people because I was just bad and I was like not very good at like managing voice chat. In the more recent ones, like Death Penalty, where I was on my own. Euthanasia was actually not my own. I think Livy was with me for that one. Psychoanalysis, the other tests, like there are times where I will wait on chat for a response because I do want to hear.
You know-
there is,
You know what would
even
be
if it's one
funny?
person watching, just
I'm
one.
just gonna throw this out as a suggestion. Anyone do with this what you will. What if we just like hop on a stream? Doesn't matter if it's debate direct, and just like make something or someone pick a topic and just start psychological warfare over it. Not even devil's advocate, hell's advocate.
Hell's Advocate. I like that. Insta
Yeah, that sounds-
copyrighted that. He owns that one now. Ah, Hell's Advocate.
Amazing.
This is what I should
Psychological
do.
warfare.
Two parts, okay? Devil's Advocate's a light-hearted, fun debate where I be the contrarian. And then Devil's Advocate is where I just basically say things that in other contexts would be labeled as completely bigoted. And it's just like, but guys, it's just my opinion, right? We're debating, right? And I'm just like the most diabolical, you know, crap. That would
And
be
on Hell's
funny.
Advocate, we switch platforms every 5 minutes so we don't get banned off of all of our social
Yeah,
media.
Hell's Advocate. I do what I did for decentralized social media. I keep making new accounts to post like racist stuff, and then it's just like I have to switch every different time. I have to delete the account, make a new one before they ban me. On like, and it's like these social media platforms are like 90% of the streamers just setting them up because they're crap. Can you imagine that? That'd be so
Hey, can I talk about something real quick? This is like a funny story I have, like that kind
Yeah,
of relates to
sure.
that.
Please, yes.
In one of our classes this year, there's like a guy who like came in for like a class, and basically they're making like a new social media platform, and we were like the ones who had to kind of test it.
Oh no.
And so we were giving like different roles, and there were literally people who like their roles were just being the most like horrible human beings ever on like the platform, just to see how like people interacted and shit. It was hilarious as hell.
That's so great. That's such
Alright,
a brilliant
let's
way
test
to
out
test
the
it.
list of ethnic slurs.
Yeah, literally.
write
We
everything
literally
down
no
one by
restraints. We could say like anything we wanted. It was anonymous
That is
anyway.
amazing.
Oh my
Just saying
God.
the N word. You just got the N word pass for like 50 minutes while doing
It's
that.
like, guys, I got a pass. I'm racist for the next 15 minutes.
Literally, you had a pass. You could literally just be racist.
Get passed because I'm role-playing a racist. That's so good, though, because if you really think about it, and you're in like a mature
ChatGPT.
environment, but you understand what you're doing, it's like, that is such a brilliant way to test, because social medias can be an absolute cesspool of like the worst of humanity, so like deliberately doing that in a test is genius. There have been
Yeah, I
similar
think-
projects at my school with like computer science kind of stuff, which is really, really important. Yeah, burn the orphans, yeah. It's like, guys, we have to go further. It has to be something like completely outrageous. Like, we should euthanize orphans. like stuff that just would not fly. That will probably... You're like rolling a dice on whether or not you get taken up. Hell's advocate.
Oh my god.
Your house just gets raided in the middle of the stream.
Yeah. The FBI turns
Like a
up.
running stream.
FBI, open up.
Also, just to respond to chat, Josh S. Yes, I'm British. How could you tell? Eh? I'm British. Yeah, I'm English. And yeah, DJ.
British, how'd you know?
I'll respond to that in a minute. I'm looking at the chat and it's like mentally ill. Enough said. Jesus. What came first, the color orange or the fruit orange? I don't want to get into this now, dude. You're scaring me. I don't know. That's a bit existential.
Okay, I have a hypothesis about this. The fruit, they saw the color, they associated it with other attributes, and they named the color after the fruit. There. Case closed.
So-
problem solved. We're fine. It's the fruit.
The word orange comes from the fruit, but what about like the other colors? They don't come from fruit.
I feel like logically the color orange must have the right first. Because orange is like fruit
Not
didn't
really.
technically always exist. Like,
There's other languages that
I
don't have
mean-
the same word.
yeah,
Like,
true.
Surely
fair-
the color existed first. They saw an orange fruit and they just called it an orange because this was like
I mean,
primate
like,
humanity.
you can find fruit, like, absolutely anywhere, even in your in the caveman
Well-
years, like, prehistoric era. How are cavemen gonna make an entire color spectrum just to name a single fruit?
I don't think they really like named it that way back then. I don't think there was like any logic. You know.
I mean, it's fine. Listen, it's
just
a
kind of went.
fruit.
These look like color. This will be color now.
Yes.
Real.
Oh,
well-
I think that's
How would you
possible. Language is a weird thing.
Yeah.
How would you explain grapefruit though? Like the name.
What?
What?
Honestly,
of
I have
uh,
no idea.
What
Guys,
part of it makes you think?
You know,
grape
you
and
should,
fruit?
we should do research into that. I actually
Yeah.
kind of do that for my studies sometimes, and it's extremely interesting.
Yeah, like
Yeah, do
I
you-
understand fruit, but grape?
Literally, I think I've shown you
Debate
once. I
direct.
literally made like an entire like I don't think I still have it. I literally made like an entire like visual thing for the origin of certain words. Hold up. Let me check.
Jamaicans
You
called them the
debate
term
direct,
grapefruit
guys.
because
etymology
the
of a
fruit
grapefruit.
grew in bunches.
Oh, I should. If you're doing that, I'm participating. It's
Oh.
literally my thing.
So it grows in a pattern that grape grows. So it just grapefruit. I see. That's what Jamaicans drive it off of.
So dumb.
Which orange comes
Link.
first? The color.
They
of the
should have
fruit.
called it
Let's see this.
forbidden fruit. That should have been the real name.
The citrus definitely got named first. The earliest recorded use of orange, the fruit, in English is from the 1300s and came to us from the old
Oh.
French orange, adapted from the Arabic naranji. What? Okay, sure. And the Persian naranj. Okay, you get it. You get it.
Interesting.
And apparently, Naranja is orange tree, so it just got adapted to that. So I was right. The fruit is first. Damn.
The more you know.
I mean, the more.
Yeah, I literally did like a 10-page research thing on the word buzz.
Maybe they got orange and citrus mixed up.
Maybe.
This is peak
I don't know,
debate
they-
direct
this
right
is
now.
cool.
We're researching. It's like a distractable news
Yeah.
episode. The live episodes they did. This is literally what Distractable did. They did episodes where they just searched up random news stuff. I should try something like that. This is amazing.
That would be cool.
Etymology of grapefruit. Just a response to DJ in chat. So, Debate Direct serves as a place to discuss various topics that can tie back to the gaming content, but also let people share thoughts, feelings, and opinions on said topics in a chill environment. This is the thing, DJ. Debate Direct's walked a weird line with that because a lot of the early stuff was, you know, kind of leaning on the gaming content. It's a Five Nights at Freddy's Q&A, guys. Who knows how many FNAF tier lists I've done at this point. You know, reviews of games I've played specifically, merch reviews related to the games I play. So it's like some of it is connected and some of it isn't. And I think as it's gone on, I've done more and more stuff disconnected. But the stuff that connects to the games hasn't gone away. Like, I love tier lists. I definitely want to do stuff that connects. Because, like, some of the value of these games to me goes beyond just playing them, right? I mean, in some cases, the value, the greatest value, isn't from playing them, it's from something else. Five Nights at Freddy's! You know, the Minecraft tier lists and the Minecraft-themed Debate Directs we did were some of the best ones, in my opinion. I think those were all in S tier, and things like... You know, I've done a Baldi's Basics tier list thing. I want to do one for Doki Doki. I feel like that's long overdue, but there aren't many tier lists. I did some research. I found character tier lists with lots of weird self-inserts, or literally just 4 characters, which is not enough to really warrant a tier list.
I was gonna say, what type of research were you doing on DDLG?
Listen, there were Smash or Pass tier lists. Not all the images were safe for work. It's against the rules of Tier Maker to post NSFW content. Mostly. And,
I'm pulling up Tier Maker, you know?
Yeah. The only other thing I could find was loads of mod tier lists. I never got into the modding community with DDLC. There was one tier list which I thought looked really good and I could use for stream, and I'm not going to reveal it yet because it's going to be in
I've
a stream
seen
at
like
some point.
2 mods. They seem... The community's creative. Hats off to the creativity for such like I don't know how to explain it. Like, the game is really...
Creativity, talent, imagination.
Yes, absolutely. But, like, the game is really broad. There's not much to do with it. You can't, like, spin out an entire genre on it like you do with FNAF. It's, like, a different, you know, it's, like... It's really creative to be able to do something with this thin of a margin, I guess, of creativity, you know? Or, I don't know how to specifically explain it, but it's, like... Just... Yeah.
Alright. I kind of understand what you're getting at. The, yeah. Oh, frick, what was I gonna say? Yeah, with Doki Doki, who here used to watch Bijou Mike?
Oh god, I remember
I
that
did a long
guy.
time ago.
I used to.
So you all
Oh,
know
no,
him.
Anything but the stuff.
That was just a summoning circle. Like, we just heard Bijou Mike and all of us just had, like, a neuron activation.
Okay, does anyone still watch Bijou Mike?
No.
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 How long has it been? How long has it been since you checked into his channel?
Probably like
Year or two.
a long time ago.
Like 2 or 3
Told you,
maybe.
neuron activation, guys.
Neuron activation. Alright, I want to tell a little story. So, and I can actually show this off because this happened, like, last night. My watch later, I have abused to hell and back. This thing, I put so many videos on watch later because I want to watch them, but I can't do it right now. For the 3rd time in history, I hit the limit of videos that you can put on watch later. There is a hard limit
There's a
of
limit?
5,000 videos you can put on your watch later.
What?
This is the
How
3rd
did you
time...
get that many?
Since 2014, this is the 3rd time this has happened to me. I have hit the
Okay,
limit.
hold on. You're
Yeah.
telling me you've put 15,000 videos
Well,
on your watch later playlist.
That's not including
With
all
some
the
overlapping,
ones
of course, but,
that I
like-
took off, you know, because I watched them without this issue. So it's probably closer to 20 or 30,000.
That's really
Over the
low.
course of almost a decade. We're talking 9 years. Again, I got my laptop and I started using the internet and got my own account about the same time FNAF released and Minecraft 1.8 released. It was August, September.
Hold on, this is giving me an idea. I'll just silently calculate something and I'll
It's
get back
literally
to you
been
in a
about
minute.
9 years, almost exactly. It was August 26th when I launched my silver PC for the first time. 3 days ago was the 9-year anniversary of basically my internet journey.
Bro, in like a decade, I only have like 179.
Again, but
How
like
do
you
you-
guys, I
have,
don't
like,
know
20.
if this is a lot. I guess it is. Anyway, so I sorted my videos by oldest, and I just wanted to start removing stuff because there's a lot of stuff I just end up never watching, and it's like I get the idea of what it is, but I don't need to watch it. And these are videos I put on there in like 2019.
Oh
This is
my
from like
God.
4 years ago, I think. I've deleted some, but I actually found a Bijou Mike video right at the bottom, and I was like, whoa. I used to watch Bijou Mike in like 2019. I think when I don't know, it was kind of when DDLC had kind of died out, I kind of discovered, this is the first time I've looked at this channel since, by the way, like, I don't remember when I stopped watching, but it was a long time ago, like 3 years ago at least.
Dude.
Because I really liked his DDLC videos, and I watched, this is why it's relevant, I watched some of his modded videos, because I was curious about that. I was kind of, lacking DDLC content at the time. And, man, this guy's been going for 9 years as well. The thing is, the DDLC mods that I watched him play were not good. I've only seen a couple, but the ones I saw were like considered the best and the most popular, and I was like, this is just a crappy fanfiction. This is not good. The art was amazing. The programming was fine. But the actual story really went against kind of the ethos, the pathos of DDLC for me. Because I remember they had one which was like a continuation where the day of the festival happens. And they just act, it's like the side stories, they just act like Monica isn't self-aware and just completely drop the kind of core premise of the game, which is really strange. And then it just continues like a generic anime. And it's like, what am I watching? Like, and also there was definitely some NSFW content that got censored by Bijou's editing in some of these videos. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I did not want to watch Natsuki, you know, like, Jesus. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He had to censor. He had to skip an entire scene in one of the mods because it was just a sex scene.
Oh god.
Down one of the routes, I think it's called Exit Music or something like that. I can't remember. There's a sex scene that he had to entirely skip. I kind of stopped watching after that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
On the topic of
No
watching
wonder.
videos, Mac, go ahead.
Yeah.
No wonder you stopped watching after
I'm
that.
guessing. Did you all have similar experiences? Because I used to watch Bijou Mike for non-DDLC stuff as well. Like he played like FNAF or something. Did you guys ever stop
On
watching?
the topic of watching, like overall, I realize that I'm an extreme case of being an internet child because rough calculations tell me that I've watched about 50,000 hours of YouTube from 2013 to now.
Wow. I mean, it's a long time. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely on the high end, but I have no idea what mine would be.
Definitely.
How would you even figure
No,
that
it's on
out?
the low end because, well, basically, so let's say I was a
forgotten about this
child.
channel.
Okay, I play outside. Let's say playing outside, I play like 2, 3, or 4 hours a day outside, like school or like just playing on weekends and everything. Just chuck 5 hours out of the day. We're left with 19 hours. 19 minus like 5 days or something, like, you know, your birthday and Christmas and New Year. Obviously, you're not gonna be like binging YouTube videos there. Take those out of the equation. There's still like
You're
360 videos or days. Then you multiply that by 19. and I got a rough number of 54,640 hours, and I just like eyeballed it to 50,000 because I think that's a bit more realistic.
I mean,
That's like for
hold
5
on.
years.
I'm
Hold on,
pretty sure.
Do you also count the hours that you sleep?
Oh, I've never played a single YouTube video while I was asleep. No, I just can't do that.
I've done that. I've gone to sleep
I
like listening to
cannot.
stuff. I used to. There was a period back when Dream, remember Dream, was so relevant. I remember his.
Oh no.
The very first live stream of the Dream SMP, back when nothing was built, it was just him, George, and Sapnap just in a world. It looks completely different. It was unrecognizable. I remember I went to sleep one time listening to their first episode because I found it kind of calming in a weird way. They were good at commentary, I'll give them that, although because it was different from their like Manhunt stuff, it was a lot less high energy because they're like hyper children in those. I really legitimately enjoyed Manhunt until like 3 or 4 hunters. It just kind of got oversaturated after that, and then the drama kicked off. And Dream, I couldn't enjoy Dream. Also, like, his other content was fairly mediocre, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
His best video is the old one. Do you guys remember when he reveals the new Minecraft skin they're adding? It's Tyrus. Which, like, do you guys remember that?
I have no clue what that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude,
Oh my
old
God.
pre Manhunt Dream is like something else. It's so funny. Where is it? Where's like old Dream pre Manhunt? Like someone re-uploaded
The only
his
thing
videos
that I've like sort of enjoyed from him is the is a 5-block jump possible video. Like that's
that
the
was
only
cool.
thing. And that was,
was cool. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about his
definitely.
unsolved stuff. Dude, the dupe accounts with Smidge. That was actually really interesting. That was I love this video. It's such the editing and everything. It's sublime. Not endorsing Dream, but he made some banger S tier videos from like 2019 to 2021. Like damn.
And then Manhunt got oversaturated, and that's all you remember him from.
And then he cheated, and everyone got really heated about it, among other things. Honestly,
I mean,
him cheating in the speedrun is completely trivial and like the least important thing out of all the drama that went down, but it's the thing people focus on the most, which is kind of weird, considering that it's
I
actually...
mean, it is the most well-known drama about Dream.
Yeah.
I remember when Gene was small. I actually remember being in music class watching his like when he was literally had 2 videos up.
That's
He wasn't even
crazy!
popular.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, and it was just like it was like stupid like fake survival videos where like the most unexpected and like it was just like him pretending that he didn't know like or it was weird. Let's
Yeah,
watch
anyway.
this first video.
But yeah,
guys.
it was something else. I think there was a certain magic about the kind of peak of Dream, like that. It came around the time Minecraft was being revived anyway, so it was a big movement. And then with COVID, people were indoors watching YouTube more, so... It was, I don't know, it was special. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, honestly, in a weird way, I still dislike Dream for the other stuff he's like said and done on Twitter and the, you know, cringeworthy way he's handled his merch and stuff. He's kind of like a Logan Paul in my books. Nowhere near as bad. if I'm being honest,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
you could almost respect the way he cheated his speedrun because he got away
He
with
put
it
so much
for a
thought
long
into
time.
it.
He fooled a lot of people. Some people are still fooled. I was fooled for a long, long time.
Oh,
And it was only until there were proper analysis videos made that debunked it that I was actually convinced. It was actually really confusing. He was
I'm
clever. He
pretty
gamed the system. And it's like he
pretty
didn't
sure-
harm anyone, so... Sorry.
I mean, it was sort of a blow to the speedrunning community. That's one of the scenes he was like.
And
really
they
big in.
recovered? Like, it's just a game, guys. It's just a speedrun leaderboard. If you're taking it that
I mean, it
seriously,
didn't
go outside
really-
and touch some grass.
You know what's funny? It's not like a huge recovery because there's not a lot we can. Like the person that exposed Dream was a cheater.
Really?
Mike Revenger has cheated multiple Minecraft runs and records and was a part of the leaderboard team for
Oh
God
my
knows how
God.
long.
The irony.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Did you? Mike Revenger is
I did not know this.
an actual cheater. And we
I
found this
forget the
out in,
name,
like the
But a
stupidest
guy,
way
a
possible,
guy
but-
made a response to Dream's response where he showed off the gold blocks and was a bit of an asshole about it. After that, I stopped following it because I did not care. I
I follow
was
like
pulling away from
the
Dream.
weekly thing, which
Yeah.
shows like the most casual type Minecraft speedrun videos. Because I used to be big there. I have like a 1446 PB.
Nice! Holy shit, dude! Is that 1.16? Like,
Yeah, 1.16.
Glitch
I'm
is
not good at the
70%?
other
Oh.
platforms.
Nah, I understand. It's a specific thing. Minecraft speedrunning's
it's
awesome. I couldn't do it for my life. I might do a rec crap at some point and try and beat Minecraft in 1 hour, but I don't think I'm ever going to be on that level. I don't feel committed to that.
There's been some crazy discoveries in the last few. Did you know that you could one-shot the Ender Dragon?
Yes.
And theoretically, any mob. Or
With
if
the
you
arrow,
find, like, the
right? If you get
tickle
the
spot,
extreme
yeah.
momentum. And also, yeah,
the momentum
the
in the
spot.
tickle spot is like.
Yeah.
Oh wait, have you watched the weekly thing video? By any chance?
No, I watch Rec Rap though, and I've picked up a lot of stuff from him. We're getting off track.
Right.
I'm really sorry, guys. I don't exclude you. Was there anything else you wanted to say about this dream thing before we move on?
No.
We'll talk about this Insta.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. I mean, just going back to content creators in general, maybe this applies to me, but it's like, you know, cancel culture's a bitch, but there are some legitimate things that you could definitely argue people deserve to kind of, you know, lose support for because they're just terrible and selfish and disrespectful. I mean, Dream, you know, he made some pretty bigoted tweets, and he basically he baited people with a charity to support queer people. I think it might have been Trevor Project during Pride Month to make loads of money because only 10% of the merch profits went to the charity. That's easily the scummiest thing he's done. That's the kind of thing that I personally find revolting because it's extremely two-faced. The worst I would go, if I were to do something like that, I'd at least be honest with people, but I wouldn't do that in the first place. Like, 90% just for you? Ugh, at least 50-50, I can understand.
90% is so
for a charity, it should be 100% to charity.
Yeah, it should be 100 technically.
It should always be 100, really. If you're really struggling, I can see maybe 10% for operational costs, but come on.
I mean, even 50. If you're like struggling bad, you can keep a part of the money, but like most
Just
of it
be
goes
honest.
to charity. Like, you.
It was very clearly a manipulative move, and he obviously has a huge stan, or had a huge stan fan base of 12-year-olds who would believe anything he said and were kind of a cancer to the Minecraft community.
Plus, I think he said he was gonna do the month of streaming, and he only ended up doing like a few days or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway,
Irony.
but yeah, so guys, if I was cancelled, what would it be for?
Committing hate crimes.
Racism.
Guys, cancel me on stream.
Racism.
Didn't I fake
Hold
out
on,
the
let me
N-word
turn my
one
light
time?
on.
I
You
feel like
wanted
I've
to
done that
sing
at
the
some point.
islands.
Yes, I wanted to sing the islands. That's the worst thing I've ever done. You know how Markiplier would blow up Detroit for cake? It's not the same though, because all it is stopping 9/11. No offense, I know how serious that is, but I feel like we could do something better. Maybe the true hidden lore is that I'd sink the islands for like a single bottle of hydration, holy hydration, like Fountain of Youth stuff.
I mean,
That's
I would
the
do
lore,
that.
guys.
Like,
Would
holy
you guys
shit.
Wait,
do
are
that?
we
Would you press that
going?
button?
Are we going like weird stuff or like realistic?
I'm
I
rebooting
can
the
go both
canon,
ways.
guys. It's a canon event.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, no, what I meant to say is, attention all citizens, Penis Island does not exist. Penis Island is a hoax created by bad actors for fraudulent purposes. Any and all further discussion of Penis Island will be met with punishment. Penis Island will not be tolerated. You have been warned.
You are gonna research.
Glory greatest!
Resurface Penis Island over the fact
You
that you
can
make
silence
all
us,
your
Matt.
servers.
Oh my god,
to
I'd
get-
forgotten about this. Yes!
Oh yeah,
Dude.
we also have a server called Ultrasex. That's
Oh my
also
god, we
something.
do, yeah. There's actually, I am still on that server. It hasn't been deleted or anything. Where is it? Hold on.
No, well, this is amazing.
Where's, did I leave the server? I might have.
No, you didn't. You're still in here. Hold on, I'll ping you.
There it is, I
This
found
was
it.
for the thing, right? This was for the
Dude.
the emote.
There's literally no reason this exists. So, Super Soul and Azu invited me here to have the Ultrasex emoji.
Yep.
And that's it. That's the entire server. And
Exactly,
This is,
it's just for Ultrasex.
Baka Jr. joined. and like it's been dead for like months.
Passed my prostate exam.
I mean, this is banned footage. This is like that one part of Outlast. Banned footage. You didn't see anything, guys.
Whoa.
I can't wait to see the Vanity response to this, dude. Corey, can we talk about Vanity for a bit? I love this channel.
Sure.
I love the concept. Those first two videos, I don't remember the next two as much, but those first two were absolutely legendary.
I remember that. That was such a great time.
Like
I have to make more.
The text-to-speech
Definitely.
voice, the clickbait IP, the repetitive stuff, and it's like... I love... Because you know me, guys. I like to play up suspicious stuff for the memes. I like to play with cancel culture as a concept.
One day it's gonna go too. One day it's gonna go too far.
This is the
Not too
problem.
far.
One day, the only real concern... I love it. It's all jokes and memes. I think that it is valid to feel there's one real concern that one day I'm going to be Icarus, I'm going to fly too close to the sun, and I'm going to get actually cancelled by someone or something because of one thing I said out of context or that was totally misinformed and, you know, if I knew what I was saying it would have made me a total bigot or something, but, you know. Fingers crossed, guys. I feel like I could handle that. I feel like I'm reasonable enough to manage that, but... I mean, not on the level of, like, true fame. I don't think anyone is prepared for the experience of having millions of followers, or even just tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and, like, getting into controversy. Because that's just not something natural that humans are programmed for, and I feel like it's very difficult to manage an adequate response, because you will be criticized no matter what. I've found in these situations, FNAF has given us endless examples in the last 2 years. You know, if you don't respond to criticism and you ignore it, you're being disrespectful. If you respond to it, every little thing, and you try and address the individual and show respect to your individual audience, you know, you're being an idiot who's, you know, making the wrong move, and it's like, you know, you're just making it worse, you're fanning the flames. It's like it's a lose-lose scenario, and it's like, the best you can do is make an honest response, or try not to escalate it to the point where that's kind of, you know, needed, and then just...
I mean...
Don't be Fiznom. That's my best advice. Don't be Fiznom.
Right.
Holy shit.
Here's the thing, though. How
Yeah.
far does the honest response go? What if you're going against the cancel culture?
Well, I mean, you could...
Like-
yeah.
What if you have to put on a
right.
face for that apology just so you get uncanceled?
Well, that's the tragic dilemma, I guess, isn't it? Moral dilemma, guys. Oh, I hate to bring this up, but let's be brave, right?
Would
This
you
is
be
worth talking about.
two-faced for the greater good?
Scott Cawthon. Scott Cawthon was completely honest, and look what it did.
Yep.
Now, everything was and still is in his control. He holds all the cards. I think it's, you know... We're not going to get into this, but, like, if he had pandered to his audience more and been less honest and open and kind of just... Well, that's the thing, right? You can go with a timid apology or a measured apology. What if you straight up lied? You doubled down on your opinions, but you straight up lied to maintain face. Is that the right thing? Because you're being dishonest to yourself, but then it's like... That would...
I mean...
If it actually resolves the issues and it gets people to move on... Oh, Jesus. I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, it's
This is
a
getting too real, man.
dilemma.
If this ever happens to me, I'm fucked. It doesn't matter. It's already going to happen. Considering all my old videos and streams that haven't been privated, like, one day someone's going to stumble across something from, like, years ago.
Oh my...
Like, and just find a random two-minute clip from, like, something from, like, 2019 and be like, he's racist, he's a transphobe, he's this, that, and the other. I'm like, my brother in Christ. I'm not Christian, but my brother in Christ.
I'm not French, but what
I'm
the
a sister. Yeah, anyway, you can imagine how that would go. But this is the thing, I think, I'm glad that I've made light of it, or rather Corey has with Vanity. I think this has been a really fun project, because this pokes at that exact thing in a respectful way. It's just fun. This is what it should be, man. Keep it light. It's public content for everybody. Keep it light. Unless it's, I don't know, you're a channel about supporting people with mental health issues. That's different. If you're one of the people making those Master Chief or Batman helps you overcome your porn addiction or your depression. Like, mad respect.
Wait,
Those are some
what?
of the greatest videos I've ever seen. I don't even have that issue right
What
now,
was that, Mike?
but I've watched those. Oh my god. Guys, let me show you. Batman
What?
helps you with your depression. Yeah, Batman's advice on depression, AI voice. There's loads. It's a whole community. There's so many. Master Chief helps you with your porn addiction. It's a real thing. They make
Yeah,
these
I know.
for young men not too different from myself who are struggling in life. Fear of talking to women. Look at this.
Jeez.
I've actually watched these. They're amazing. They're actually they're legitimately good. I'm not like a total degenerate, but like if I knew people in the age of like 14 to 18 who were really struggling with those problems, I would absolutely. I'm gonna share these. I'm gonna share these so so people can enjoy them anonymously. They're so good. Let me find the first one I found. Master Chief helps you lessen your video game addiction. Nearly a job interview. I could just link the channel, honestly. There's so much good stuff. I'll do this after the stream because I need to go back and watch it. And I don't want to get copyright audioed. Anyway, this has been a stream, hasn't it? Debate Direct, guys! Wow!
Yeah, this completely went off topic. Wasn't
I
it?
love
I mean,
it,
to
though.
be fair, this is what Debate Direct is about.
Right?
Yeah,
Is it?
I mean,
Is it?
yeah.
It is
To me, it is.
discussing different from each other, yet equally interesting topics, and
Yeah.
getting more than one point of view on them.
They might be
That's
related
Debate
to my
Direct.
games that I play for cohesion. They might just be, you know, broad topics for the algorithm, you know? And it might just be, you know, something that might be usually taboo and people are afraid of talking about. I don't want to shy away from it. We've done euthanasia, the death penalty. I propose the idea of putting prisoners to work as slaves to help the economy and to, I don't know, there was something, I can't remember specifically. It was like, should we like execute, I can't remember. I said something. It was obviously, I made a conclusion that disagreed with it, but on a moral basis. But like, I did propose these ideas, you know, for the sake of the debate.
You also had a debate direct where you talked about if animals should have human lives.
Oh yeah, which is, you know, the animal rights nutcases out there. Someone might have watched it and been like, "Yes, preach," when it's like such an obviously ridiculous premise.
That was the best impression I have ever heard. Yes,
That's like my equivalent of Markiplier's kudos to Pluto's. Like, it's never gonna happen again. It's never gonna happen again. I can't recapture that. That was a canon event.
Oh my
Horrible thing. that
DJ's just like, no comment.
DJ does this. I simp from Super Mario DJ. You guys remember that?
Yes.
And I stand True Player. It's the other way around. I simp for True Player, and I stand Super Mario DJ.
Yeah, that's the fine line.
Livy's a woman, so I don't disrespect her. See what I did there?
Wow!
See what I did there? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting just like plenty of like good. I might just pull out a notepad.
Stop making a notepad. Would you someone get a notepad and write down a list of all the dumb shit I've said? And when shit hits the fan and I finally get cancelled, you can bring out the open file. Like, we've got the records here, Matt. We're putting you on trial for something you said 13 years ago. You said that furries are cringe.
Women bad.
Women?
Yeah.
Question mark. This implies misogyny. And I'm like, brother, I'm like 40. I have like a mortgage. Go away. I got other things to worry about.
I mean, all it takes is
I know what
somebody
you've done,
hiring
Matthew.
people to watch every single one of your live streams to find information
This is the
about
thing.
you.
Some people bury their dark secrets by deleting them, privating them. I buried them in hours of unwatchable garbage footage. You are challenged to go back and sit through all the crap YouTube videos I made in the early days. Hell, maybe even recently, in order to find the goodies. It's a treasure hunt.
I mean, if you can't delete things off the internet, just make it hard to Just make it hard to watch through.
Yeah. There's something to
my
be said
God.
about this.
What if we
The,
try to gaslight each other on a stream?
Oh my god,
like,
that'd be insane.
We just like, let's say Matt's doing a DDLC stream, right? And we know, like, we sort of know who's gonna be present, and
Yeah.
all of us just like get in the group chat, think of a topic, and just gaslight Matt into thinking this is real/fake.
Oh my god, you guys should totally do that. You can't do it
We
soon.
can
'cause I know it's
totally
coming.
do that.
Make a
That is
group
totally
chat.
possible.
Has to be off the books, off the
Please
server.
invite me.
That would be so funny.
Matt,
Yeah.
you realize I'm a pathological liar. I've thought about this a long time ago.
Oh god, oh god, no! He's
Evil.
gonna get me. Just absolutely troll me. Ruin my day. Yeah, I was just gonna say as well, Mac, this is something we've discussed a lot in the past, in particular, on and off stream. You know, history can't be rewritten. It exists. It's set in stone, at least what actually happened. But what people remember and what they actually share is completely fluid and up to being rewritten. To some people, history is complete fiction. History is just our best estimate at what has happened. But history isn't what happened. It's the records of what happened. It's the memory of what happened. And all of these things are flawed and can be tampered and falsified. And something that I've hammered down in the past on my channel is that, you know, I'm very hesitant to delete stuff, even the cringiest stuff, because I want it to be there as a reminder. And it's important to learn from experiences and kind of accept, you know, what's happened and such. But also, I have been thinking, there are lost episodes of Debate Direct. There are some things which, in effect, are deleted and are privated, and for good reason. And aside from that, I think there's also a lot of older stuff on the channel, Debate Direct or otherwise, which wouldn't be missed. Like, let's be honest here. Who here is really, you know, thrilled that reviewing Terraria with Brotato has been preserved? It's like...
Matt, hear me out.
It's
I am absolutely bummed that you deleted the stream of you leaking your credit card.
God, yeah, why didn't I keep that one public? My credit
not
card
keep it
info
public,
was
Matt?
so important.
I'm gonna cancel you.
No! No! Yeah. Yeah, it's like, the thing is though, there's some things which are more important than others. Not just to me, but to you. And I think there are a lot of things which are actually, yes, you know, we should remember them more, but some things are more important than others. And there's a lot of just random bits and bobs which no one would even remember if I didn't point them out, like this early Terraria review, which I might as well delete.
I'm not sure. Do any of you remember that one meme on way back on Master Mish?
Oh, the scrap trap thing.
Yeah.
I always come, obviously. How could I resist? I can't remember what exactly it was. People love that. It blew up. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
That video itself, as a self-contained thing, got hundreds of thousands of views. It went viral. I made that, and it went viral randomly after 2 years. 1 year after the re-upload. 2 years after it was originally created. Just because of how Security Breach reignited FNAF. And then nothing. I made a follow-up video responding to it on Matt's to Mist, which got quite a bit of attention compared to the stuff. Matt's to Mist has a lot of subscribers, but in terms of actual views, watch time, and real interactions with real people, I can't think of a single person I know who came here from that. That video did nothing for the main channel. It did nothing for the content and projects I actually care about. And the vast, vast majority of people, even the ones who liked, subscribed, and commented on Matt's to Mist, haven't, you know, I've not really benefited from that with the community of the Hydration Nation or the main channel or anything. And, you know, like, that meme was a complete anomaly compared to everything else I did. There was no reason really to follow the rest of the things I do unrelated because of that meme. So I have no qualms with deleting it, and also it wasn't really my decision. Ethan, True Player, was actually the one who really wanted to get rid of it because A, it had nothing to do with me It wasn't a Mats to Miss video, it was just a random FNAF video. And B, he just, I think he felt that frustration when something that you kind of, again, I made the video without a thought. It was just kind of randomly farted out in like a day. Like it was just a funny thing I came up with. It didn't put any effort into. Like, seeing something be really successful but kind of undeserving, I think he kind of felt that. Because there were lots of other better clips which didn't get the fame. I wasn't bothered by it, but, it, you know, all those views were for nothing really, so I have no qualms deleting it. What were we saying?
Oh no, I don't remember, honestly.
No, we were.
I just realized Super Soul's not in chat anymore.
Yeah, he left some time ago.
No. That was the
alright.
deepest no I've ever yelled. What was that, bro?
Bruh. Anyway, point is, like, that actually is remembered by a lot of people, and I think it's funny for like 2 seconds. But I gotta think, with 400,000 plus views, someone must have saved it. Someone must have recorded and re-uploaded that, surely. It's, I no longer claim ownership of it. If you want it, you had your chance. It was there, it was up in public for like months, about a year. Maybe more, I don't remember. I'm just saying, like, everything is a lot more fragile and vulnerable than people think. And, like, it's probably not going to be soon, and I very much hope it's not soon. I doubt it'll be soon. But, you know, there's going to come a day, logically speaking, just by logic, that YouTube won't exist. Everything that we have said and done here will cease to exist. It will exist only in your memory, and then you will die of old age, and the centuries will pass, and unless this is preserved and archived by some secure time capsule I bury in my back garden, or some museum or something, it's gone. And I don't know, I mean, that, like, maybe it'll only cease to exist with the collapse of humanity, you know, if we, you know, become extinct in some way, which, at that point, there's more important things to worry about. But yeah, it's worth thinking about. And to be honest, I argue that life is about, you know, being lived in the moment. I think, you know, once we're all dead and buried, like, if there's no one here to care about this, it's not going to matter. It mattered to us when we lived. But, like, anything could go at any time. Hell, if I wanted to, I could delete my channel. I could destroy everything with the snap of my fingers. It's literally a few clicks away. I could do it at any moment. It's right here. I go into settings, channel, delete channel. There's a little bit of a verification process, and boom, done. I've come close to accidentally doing it. It scared me. Because when I had a second channel within the same account, which I didn't realize was a thing you could do for a little while, it was called Hydrated Games. And I almost deleted Mr. Matt instead of Hydrated Games.
Wow!
I almost deleted the wrong channel, so I was very careful and took my time when I did that. But yeah, my channel, hell, if I did something wrong by accident, I could get a strike and then boom, gone. And I haven't downloaded this stuff. I've not backed it up. I probably should. And this is the last thing I wanted to mention. Sorry, this is related to what was earlier. But yeah, I really want to timestamp these to give them more rewatchability. Because live stream's not very rewatchable. It's like a podcast. You put it on the background, you wait until the good bits, you skip through. I want to timestamp these more consistently. Because I timestamped some of them with the intent of doing most of them. So that they were more like long-form videos you could actually jump right to the good bits of. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I could probably delete. And when I say delete, I've made it a rule not to actually delete anything. I don't think I've deleted a single Mr. Matt video. They are private. Because I think there's a lot of stuff which I need to remember exists, and I need to be able to go back to and look back on, with the potential that it could be remade in public or unlisted at any point, so I could always undo the choice. Because deletion's permanent. If you just private it, in effect, it's gone. It's just you've got the option to change your mind 10 years later if for whatever reason you want to. It might even be nostalgic, but I think there's a lot of stuff which only I need to know about, so I might as well keep it private. The public, I only want to make stuff that I'm actually trying to sell as entertainment and has value to me and that I think everyone will enjoy as public. And if something's unlisted, it's in between. It's got a reason not to be on the front page, but I don't want to delete it. I don't want to get rid of it. It's kind of for the people who wanted that preserved. Things are unlisted, things are on a playlist, but, you know, it's not something that is searchable or findable by new people, if that makes sense. That's kind of like the grey area of unlisted videos. But yeah, I've rambled long enough. Let's move on. Have we got any other like
Sure.
stories or experiences with Debate Direct we want to talk about? Does anyone else want to step up and join voice chat?
Experience.
I have something.
Mac,
It's
lead
kind
in.
of. It's kind of. I kind of wanted to keep it a secret for a while, but it's just so funny to me. So I'm not sure if any of you remember, but Matt once did a debate direct on fun games.
Fan game tier lists with you and Ethan. Yep,
yeah,
it's right here, number 55.
It was 55, right?
FNAF fan
and
game tier lists.
And I originally was supposed to be in it.
Oh yeah,
The
did
thumbnail
you not
even
turn
has,
up?
even my thumbnail even has
Yeah.
Bluebird.
Oh my gosh. Here's the other thing. Sorry to cut you off. I'll let you finish in a moment. But I just want to say it's like the problem with all the debate directs. Why I stopped putting collaborators in the thumbnails because of how things could change and not go to plan. That's a really important change I think I made. Something which we don't always think about. It's not just how this affects me, but how it affects other people. I've collaborated with a lot of people over the years. Some of which have left the community and kind of don't want to be remembered. People who've rebranded, changed their usernames and profile pictures and everything. And it's like, oh no, that means these streams age really poorly because now there's a bit of a clash. And it's like, these people want to forget and kind of get rid of that thing. And it's like, they don't want to be remembered by that name or remember the stuff they did under that username. So it's like, oh, well, now it's like, I've kind of got a responsibility to take this down. But otherwise, there's no reason. So it's a bit awkward. And just FYI, this is unlisted, like all the FNAF tier list videos, because the definitive tier lists are supposed to replace this. It's the only reason it's unlisted. I just want to keep these out of the way, because the definitive tier list has it all compacted. Sorry, Mac. Please, continue.
Right. Okay. So I was supposed to be in it. I gave Matt my profile picture and he included me in the family, everything. So when the day came, me, Ethan, Frog Balloon, and
Sound Pressure Level
Robbie,
Studios.
it seems,
Yep.
yeah,
Changed his username many times that year.
all went to what I think it was just a normal voice chat at that point, not a stage channel. So we all went to voice chat.
Oh, yes, before stage. Yeah, the aquarium. Yeah.
Yeah. So we all are in the voice chat, and the people are talking, having a talk, and then Matt comes on in and says that the stream is starting. So people mute. The stream goes on by for a few minutes, and when Matt starts to getting to introducing his collaborators, I don't know. Now thinking about it, I don't know what I had to worry, but I just left. Not because there were like technical issues, not because I know I had to go away, but just because I had this feeling, this kind of weird feeling that
An impulse.
I
sort
don't
of?
believe in myself. I can't do it. It's just
Oh, you had it's like stage fright. You had anxiety about
Self-doubt?
revealing your voice and having to be responsible for the stream. I get that because you're in front of an audience. It's a catered product. I want to make this good. It's not just a casual chat.
yeah. I just basically chicken out
Damn, I had
and
no idea.
leave.
And you're in the thumbnail. I need to really check.
Yeah.
Guys, All these thumbnails, this is another thing. A lot of the older thumbnails have aged poorly. The vast majority of these are going to be either tweaked or replaced entirely. I'm just showing these for the sake of legacy. They're in the tier list because I haven't had time to remake them yet. I don't have the time and energy for that. But yeah, they are getting changed. Do not worry about it. Finally.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just left, but
We never knew that all this time.
I do have to, but now looking at it,
It's like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
it's kind of, I'm kind of glad that I left, because it made me realize something.
Yeah.
It made me realize that I need to work on my social skills as a person. So when I'm not sure how much time passed by, but eventually I did finally said, all right, enough. I just need to speak to people. So instead of now trying to hide away behind a screen and just type text, I contacted Matt about maybe doing a Celeste collab. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. I remember our first voice call, which was in private, like a day or a few hours before the stream at least. Because I always want to do that, because, like, you know, first time actually talking, you gotta get, like, comfortable and stuff. And it's like, I mean, honestly, dude, brave of you to share this. And, like, look at how far you've come. Like, you gotta remember, guys, Mac's on the young side, okay? If I was, 13, 14... I would not be doing this. I was stupid. I actually had full-on face reveal, voice reveal, everything as soon as I started YouTube when I was 14. But like, yeah, it's a social skills kind of thing. Online, different interactions in the real world, and it's like, in 2020 with like online lessons, we saw all the cringe of people not being adjusted to socializing online. And this is hardly the worst of that. But yeah, it's a really inspiring story, mate, that you actually basically learn to find your voice with the series.
I actually am not done yet, if I could go.
Please finish,
because,
sorry, I wanted to say, like...
So, yeah, I contact Matt, and we have an amazing time. I had an amazing time talking to Matt, and, you know, it was just... I just felt accomplished that I finally overcame this fear. So, the next time, the next Celeste episode, it was Core, I think. The second part of Core, you know.
Yes.
I go on, and instead of this, I still have a little bit of this fear, of this feeling, of this anxiety, but now there's also something else. Now it's also now I also really am happy that I'm doing this. I'm really excited for the first
Mr.
time
Mac
in a long time that I'm speaking to someone.
Hell
So,
yeah.
if anything, I have to really thank you, Matt, and, well, the debate directs that I would be on later, after the second session, because I really have to thank this whole series for making me realize that I need to get over this social fear. So, in a way, this series has made me a better person, has made me grow. So yeah.
Wow.
That is amazing.
That is like the greatest honor you can bestow on me. Holy shit. I mean, it's what it's all about. even if it's just one person, if I've improved someone's life, yeah, like it's like I was gonna say, it's like going swimming. I had this exact same thing with swimming when I was a kid. The worst part is the anxiety build up before you go in. It's always worse than the actual thing because of what your imagination, your mind can do. Funny, Amori demonstrated this in its own like story and stuff. Wish Supercell was still there, but you know, I got over that, and once I got settled in, got comfortable, gradually I started having fun with it, and after a while, it was like no problem at all. It was all chill. Dude,
sort
that
of
is
on topic, but Matt, you're 15, right?
Yeah.
now.
Oh, dude.
Again,
you know, you
like,
described something really similar to my situation
oh,
before.
really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so basically, the exact beginning of my channel was the beginning of September 2021 or 2022. Hold. I need to remember a few things.
Please hold.
Yeah, it's 2021. There we go. We're fine. Okay, and so when I started that, I was mostly recording runs and not paying attention to OBS. You can see that now that I've started paying attention to the actual YouTube thing. My video quality is like absolutely skyrocketed. But
dude, your channel's popping off.
Yeah, but like I do a few runs, you know, I do this, do that, beat pre-patch, like second youngest Victor as of today, but like Ethan contacts me, tells me about like, hey, like you're cool, you want to join like server? I'm like, sure. Then Scott contacts me like Ambience directly, like, hey, you want to join the server? You seem really chill and you're like pretty good at FNAF.
This is like late 2021,
I was
right?
like,
same time as me.
Yeah, I was like, sure thing, and I got like FNAF expert immediately, which to my knowledge hasn't happened again since. Like direct invite, then immediately getting a role.
That's insane.
Is like
this is before I joined because the server's a lot more casual before I joined, I think.
Yeah, it was before you joined,
Smaller,
but I actually
you know?
had my earliest or second earliest interaction with you. It's either I found you from Ethan, but I don't know if it was from his channel or from somewhere around that, or because he told me about you. I think it was like, I think he told me about like. I think he talked in plural, and I was like, "Why talk in plural?" And I was like, "Oh, there's this cool guy like this Matt. Like you can check him out." Like, okay, yeah, he seems cool.
Oh, wow.
Watched a few streams. I was like, "Oh my, this guy's chill." I joined the Discord server. I speak to the big man.
The big man
like,
himself.
Yeah, I had like 100 subs at that point. Like I was, no, not even. I had less. I was like, oh, it's small, okay, and you were like 500 at least. That you were really big, like compared to me. And like exactly, yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm talking to this guy that's like times bigger than me in influence and stuff. Like,
yeah, man.
Kind of feeling kind of anxious, but like I was like, hey, okay, approach it politely, and you might get like sort of a reward from this. You'll be fine. You'll just approach it politely. Don't jump your boundaries, and you'll be fine. We talked a little, you know, we got familiar. I got my first collab. And school came around, right? And so school, I was day in, day out recording. I wasn't really paying attention to, like, most of the stuff happening in, like, help wanted speedrunning or stuff, because I was 7th grade, midterms, to, like, you're gonna, like, I don't know, what's it called? I guess you're gonna do another, like, application thing to join a school. And well, to be fair, I joined the best.
It depends
school
on
the happy about that.
Different kinds of schools and stuff. It's complicated.
Yeah, and then I was just like, hold on, wait, I'm actually like pretty confident with this. It's like around the end of the first semester, right? November, December stuff. That's around when I got my first collab with someone like you guys. Like I think it was Matt specifically.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I think I can actually give myself a bit more credit and voice a few more things as opposed to staying more quiet. And I'm gonna tell you, my grades skyrocketed. Absolutely. My grades skyrocketed, my performance in FNAF skyrocketed, my social skills skyrocketed, my physical and mental attributes skyrocketed. I was just at the peak of my, like, I was at the
women
peak of my life.
were
It
just
was amazing.
all over me.
And funny you bring that up, because
No!
Oh!
Nah!
You wanna
Sorry,
hear?
please keep going.
Yeah, funny you bring that out, because there was like, I mean, yeah, we were a decently distributed class back then. We were like half boys, half girls, because like 26 people, a little bit weird and like hard to adjust, but it is what it is. And it was like, nah, not like that, not like that. It's like everything, like, I found myself more confident talking to people I didn't know, and especially girls, because I thought it was like this huge challenge. You need to always
no,
do
it
everything.
is.
You need to like da da da. And it's
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
oh.
I've had this.
I can just be myself most of the time, and I
You
actually
can just
like.
treat girls like human beings that are only different to boys in specific ways that shouldn't affect
Yeah.
your conversations.
And
Wow.
like I thought it was like this complicated process, you know, like I'll crack a joke here, there, and like you know, add this, that, da da da.
Honestly,
but no, it actually
yeah.
isn't.
People
And-
go through life like a lot of teenage boys have this, but it's even cringier when it's like adult men who think women are like this other species. I mean, there's a lot of good jokes there, but like, there's so much anxiety around just like, you know,
Yeah.
trying new
And then
things,
there was
basically.
like, yeah, and after I tried that new thing, it was like confidence boost, absolutely everything. As I said, boosted everything, every attribute. Like people started liking me, like, you know, platonically and romantically. I started liking people more platonically and romantically. And through the hidden relationships that I've never shared, through the rejections, I can I can see myself grow. I've probably grown twice as much from 2021 to 2023 as opposed to from 2018 to 2020, because I just had this massive overhaul of thought process, of confidence, of everything. And it was just so detrimental to me that I didn't even think this could get close to what I was like. And I was like, if you look at me, like when I was 10, and now 5 years later, I'm two completely different human beings. Like you'll probably see
get
zero
that.
similarities, but the looks, like
that too.
zero, like a zero thing, absolutely zero. You can't like notice anything.
That's
And
absolutely crazy to think about.
And to think this started from like a simple DM, a simple collab, you know, just joining 3 servers, having fun, like just picking up this speedrun thing because I'm like kind of good at it. It just goes crazy. It's like crazy to think about. If I decided to stay in my little bubble and continue speedrunning without like going for record, with the obvious look and like acknowledgement of my skill that I could like obviously go for different stuff, I would not be here. I was like thinking like, where would I be? I would probably be in a bubble with like 5 to 10 friends, close to be fair, but friends. I still have them. You know, it is what it is. But I would have known about none of you. I don't know who the fuck you are. Why are you here? Why are you talking to me? But, like,
Honestly.
it's such a different experience. It's amazing how much a little confidence boost, a little boost of everything can do. That mostly came from the collaboration, though, so
This
I
is
have
the
Matt
thing.
to thank to that.
Like,
I have Matt, Ethan, and Scott to thank. 'Cause
right?
It's insane.
I
just
gotta
can't.
say, it's you speedran growing up. Like, what you have described is a process that took me 3 times as long, arguably. Because I remember I had a bit of an epiphany around 19 and a half years old. I made a stream about it, of kind of like figuring out who I was and figuring out what I wanted from the world and like how to, you know, be the human socially, how to socialize. Socialization is way harder than people give it credit for, and children are never educated on it, so everyone learns the hard way sooner or later. You literally, all it took was one choice and a bit of confidence and choosing to believe in yourself that led to one thing to the next, and it developed you rapidly into a better person. All you had to do was be self-confident and be open-minded, and you were on this big learning process. That is so inspiring and to know that I was a part of that.
It's like as I said, two different individuals 5 years from now. 2010 me would say, well, I guess that was a fluke. I just got it easier. 2020 me or 2023 me is, it's fine for you to go slower. People
Yes.
go at their own pace.
All the
Go as
lessons-
slow as you need to, just to learn from your mistakes, because it is very important.
Dude, I was looking up our first
And
conversations.
I'm like proud of myself to mature
It
enough
was
to
December
realize that.
2021, January 2022, when you and I first started talking to each other in FNAF lore, of all things.
Yeah, and I just said,
among
like,
other places.
yeah, like all of that, just like around December grades, like I went from B, B, C, A, for example, to just straight A's.
Yeah.
Like click, shift, immediate. It's just like something clicked in my brain.
And
Like I
it's like-
flipped a switch.
It's a thing, one confidence boost led to another, and it just kept piling on, because it was, you know how people have downward spirals? It's like an upward spiral. You had like a kind of snowball effect of
Exactly.
like, you decided to be brave and make a decision which you weren't confident in. That turned out well, you got rewarded, so you made another decision which was even more confident. That turned out well, and you were rewarded with like dopamine, and it just kept ramping up, and you've learned and become a better person, and it's great. It's
The greatest
wonderful
butterfly
to see.
effect ever.
And
that
honestly,
I've actually contributed to for
like
myself.
Ethan and Scott have both been immensely, you know, great friends to me as well. I can't imagine the last few years without them, so I totally feel you on that. I mean, I sure have my impact, but I feel like those two especially were just, I mean, it all started with Ethan, didn't it? Ethan was the guy. He's the guy. And yeah, Scott is just,
It was
just
Ethan.
incredible.
Ethan was
community
the
leader.
staple. Ethan, yeah, it was just.
But yeah, I'm
Man.
I'm honored to be a part of that journey, and it's amazing to think about how our like little gaming and internet projects have kind of evolved in that way, because this is partly developed alongside us, and it's going to
Oh, come
continue.
on.
It's going to keep going.
You don't be honored. You should be proud of yourself. You're the
Yeah.
type of guy to give the person the confidence boost. You're not like, you didn't accidentally give it to me when you cracked a joke. You knew what you were doing. You wanted to
I
give
don't know.
the boost to like a
Kind of.
because I was open about my age. I was like 13 at the time. You were
That's
like,
the
oh,
thing. Yeah, there's
definitely.
a.
And
Well,
you
the thing
handled
is-
it like you didn't handle it like, oh, child, I'm gonna treat you differently. You
Yeah.
handled it like a big brother, and you guided me through it like you were holding my hand. It's amazing. Like
Oh, stop,
you
I'm gonna cry.
treated a child. You treated me like a human being, and it's insane to me. Like it's-
Honestly, this is the thing. I am 22 now. I'm 22 years old. There's a significant age gap between myself and a lot of you guys in the community, even my friends. But the thing is, maybe this is just the way I perceive things. Maybe this is just my situation growing up with family and uni as it still is. You know, university's an extension of school. I guess I'm still kind of... there's an element of childhood in me, and I think I can still very clearly remember... my memories of existing, they start to become very clear around 11, 12, 13. I think that's when I kind of became conscious and woke up. When you're that young, you're not even like a full person. I wouldn't consider myself between the age of, 0 and like 10, even like a actual person. Like I was just like a flesh AI that was still learning. But it's like, there came a point where I just kind of like, woke up and actually thought of myself as existing. It's hard to explain. Like self-awareness, basically. And, I can still clearly remember what it was like to be 13 years old, just like you guys, starting out, and how everyone looked down on me and treated me like I was less. I would never do that to someone. Like, I haven't even ever talked about this, but like with you, Platty, Mac, everyone who was like, happened to just be like 6-ish years younger than me, like there's a whole bunch of you I just think, man, I know exactly, I should also be a role model for you because I've lived that exact thing. I have been through the path that you are starting on, so I need to be helpful. But I don't want to impose too much because obviously we live different lives, we're in different countries, our schools, our families, there's so many differences. But I think there's got to be some useful information and knowledge that I have to help these young people and guide them. And I haven't tried too hard because I don't want to tamper with your lives, but like, I'm flattered that I might have helped out in some way, because it's very important. It's extremely important, and I don't know, I know what I would have wanted for myself back then and how I would have helped myself, so I tried to provide that. But obviously, you know, no parasocial relationships. These people are my friends, not just random YouTube viewers. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like, honestly...
We were just random viewers before, but not anymore, right?
Dude, you especially, don't tell Platty this, okay? Mac, you're here. I don't care. No, this goes to Mac as well.
Wow.
You two, listen, don't tell Platty.
Okay.
You guys are way ahead of where we were. When I was 15, 16, I was behind in personal progress to you, shall I say. I don't absolutely hate what person I used to be, but I was so underdeveloped in comparison. You know, we are way ahead of where I was. Just in terms of self-awareness, shall we say. Yeah. I don't remember any other specifics, but Platty's made a lot of progress lately. I'm so proud of him. DJ, I've noticed you've been in the audience for a long while. I hate to keep you waiting, and I'm just catching up with live chat. I think you definitely deserve to come to the stage and have a word. So, yeah, screw it. I'll invite you on. Screw the 4-person cap. If someone wants to leave, you can, but I'll allow it. Because I know you guys. You guys will manage your voice chat well. DJ, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
So,
I'm doing good. Gonna make some lunch. In a few moments, but I want to share a couple things before I dip back to chat.
nice. DJ,
Go ahead.
What did you want to share?
So, alright. I've been doing a lot of listening this entire stream, which, again, I've said it once, I'll say it again, it's been fantastic. But, I'm thinking a little bit. Honestly, I think, honestly, the way this series has, gone and expanded, it's really powerful, because I think there's a lot, it started out as these, small little non-gaming streams to, full-on, almost 2, hour discussions of, various topics. So
They were much shorter back in the day. Yeah.
very, very good. So, yeah. I just think it's fantastic that the series has reached 100 episodes and, there's still room to continue forward. So, I think Debate Direct's going to have a bright future, in the, few years to come.
Hopefully the brightest.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? A lot of series struggle to make it this far. Just looking at my channel, and this again, I was so short-sighted in my predictions because I was completely wrong. But thinking about other long series on the channel, Minecraft Aquaria, which I artificially dragged out to 32 episodes because I wanted a half stack of episodes. I think that was a really stupid idea and I should have just done a good series and not cheated. But, this was 32 episodes just because I made it that way. I already knew what the ending was going to be by, episode 20. I don't know. And then you got, Five Nights at Fangames, which I simply grew tired of after 50. Well, I kind of gotten sick of it around episode 40, so I figured, let's do 50. Nice round number. UCN reference. And same for the Ultimate Custom Night thing. Ultimate Custom Night is the only FNAF game, the only game, period, I've ever played that I enjoyed and played so much, I got so tired of it, I now just refuse to play it, usually. I still like it, it's a great game, but it's oh my god, I could not continue with this. So this got to episode, again, 39 videos on the playlist. 30-ish episodes. Again, really good stuff. Okay stuff, let's be reasonable here. A lot of fun, but my god, I just couldn't. And it's all of these things wore themselves out because each one of them was a let's play. It was a gaming series, Even with Five Nights at Fangames, which theoretically could have gone on infinitely as new FNAF fan games are still being produced. I just got fed up of doing the same stuff over and over. It was just too much, and it's I wasn't enjoying it anymore. and it wore out. As for the others, you know, I just kind of ran out of content as well with Ultimate Custom Night. Like, I'd tried everything. From the get-go, it had been mods, because the entire game had already been, you know, quite old at this time. So it was just, you know, there was just... I'd already played most of the mods, and I was just kind of tired of playing the same stuff over, so it was like, it just wore itself out. This has not been the case for Debate Direct, and it never will be, because Debate Direct is infinitely greater in potential, as I said. I think it's a very important thing to identify, because the very definition of it is so vague and so broad that it can pretty much change and evolve, and Debate Direct, ultimately, is going to be more of a thing where it will live so long that it will become the villain. You won't die a hero. The others died heroes because they ended in a place where I was happy with them, and it was like a satisfying thing mostly, and it was just kind of like, this is what it is. Debate Direct is so alive that it's just going to keep going until it changes into something else, which might not necessarily be a bad thing. But it's like one day there'll come a point where I really want to shift the content or the goals or whatever of Debate Direct, for better or worse. And it will just come at a point where it is kind of like the same thing, technically, but, you know, as if it's under a different name. Just kind of like, it's so different, it's not the same thing, even if it's still technically going. Like, it's one of the few things that can do that because of how, I guess, you know, original it is. But yeah. Anything else you wanted to say? Like...
Sure. I mean, you know what? If Debate Direct is the weapon, Matt is the villain, I'll be the sidekick, you know? I'm writing.
Hell yeah! You're my squad. I don't know. We haven't figured that out yet. Vanity, when Vanity finally succeeds in cancelling me for Debate Direct, you know, becoming a dried out, repetitive, melt, squeezed out, you know, cash grab, like, that's when, you know, Vanity will become the unexpected hero of the narrative. Until then, we're still in, like, season, like, 4. We're, like, in the first 4 seasons where I'm still, like, the good guy.
Yeah. Love that.
This is a 20-season show.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what if Debate Direct had seasons?
It's great.
We could do that after. Ooh, great.
What if I started doing, like, volumes?
Well, if there was seasons, then like the older stuff up to like maybe episode 30 is like the first season.
Agreed. Funny enough, I want to talk about our first collaboration on there as well. You were in 24, which was Press the Button, the very first. And then we also had the FNAF AR stuff around then. I guess we're in season 3 or 4 at this point. I'm not really sure. But yeah, DJ, we'd already collaborated a bit by this point. You are a veteran. You've been around since the earliest days, and like we did like FNAF stuff, I think, well before this. But the AR stuff was nice. That was unique.
Yeah.
You know, I made a unique playlist.
I remember being like, it would be fun to discuss that as just, you know, because I think this is like one of those thoughts where I'm like, you know, people they're playing the games, you know, they do the theory stuff, but it's like, you know, some people overlook certain things. It's like, you know, why don't we talk about this?
Yeah. As a FNAF theorist, it was a point of interest at the time, and I can't remember if like you had the idea or something, or why specifically it was you, but like we had a thing.
Yeah, I it's in our messages. I think I had brought it up saying, hey,
we have to search back. But yeah, it was probably your idea, and then I was like, yeah, just you and me, we'll do this exclusively. If you look on the stream, by the way, there's an exclusive playlist called FNAF Talks, and I decided to include this because it was just one of them things, very unique. You, Lucy, Ambience, nice little series.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's still here in chat, but wherever it is, thank you.
I am. I'm going to float back. I'm gonna go float back over there. But yeah, I think I've said the little piece I wanted to. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream soonish, but like I think to wrap this out, just repeating this kind of premise, you know, thoughts, opinions, experiences. Why do we debate? Why do we create? What's the point of Debate Direct? DJ, was there anything you wanted to add to that?
I think I already said my piece in chat at the time. Where
yeah, you did put chat messages, and this is open to the rest of you. If there's anything you wanted to add to that, like, what's the point of this?
Point is to the point is just to okay. this is in my opinion, but the point is just to learn. Learn what, for example, other people think. Learn new stuff. Learn facts. Debating is a learning process in an aspect.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winning answer. In response to all the stuff you were saying earlier, chat didn't really say anything because DJ's here now. The purpose of Debate Direct, I think this is subjective. And again, I'm a historian. I'm about to enter my 3rd year undergraduate bachelor's on a degree study of history. So I think I should know what I'm talking about, at least on a basic level. In history is subjective. History is subjective and is different depending on circumstances. I believe in objective facts within history, but I think history is subjective. And I think because of how small scale this is, I'm a, unsuccessful YouTuber. I'm, by the number metrics, not hit the big leagues, but I think I've almost benefited from that. It's been better for it. Even if, unfortunately, I pop off and go viral and get, 10,000 subscribers tomorrow, I am really glad I had a long period with this small community to grow, and I hope it continues in an organic and kind of natural way. I wouldn't mind if we picked up the pace with the sub count, but no, jokes aside, having this small community means that, everyone's very, there's, a personal aspect to it, so people know each other, and I think you can pick out individuals who are going to have had different experiences with Debate Direct, and it's going to have a different meaning to them. I think, Mac, your story, someone has cried to that. It's definitely not me. And, that is a very resonant anecdote that I think shows that Debate Direct meant something to you specifically that was more than the sum of its parts. It wasn't just a series of topic discussion live streams. It is, living and breathing, part of your journey to build your confidence and better yourself as a person in your whole life, outside of this as well as inside. I think it's beautiful. For me, though, this definitely just started out as the non-gaming series, and that's one of the problems I have with Debate Direct. Listen, I love this series. I definitely think you could argue it is the best thing I've ever done, but it has some pretty big issues, which maybe don't bother you as much as they bother me, but just from, a logistical perspective, you can't define something by a negative. By defining this series as non-gaming, the only thing on my channel which didn't fit the rest of the metric, it was really just an assortment of random streams. All of the Would You Rathers, again, you can see I've separated them into playlists now. It included Would You Rather and Will You Press the Button, which could have been its own thing, because that's a, website game. It included game reviews, which could be its entire own thing. Yeah. It included playing chess with my sister is a bonus episode. Even when that was happening, I kind of acknowledged, yeah, this doesn't quite fit the bill, but I'll shove it in because it's a non-gaming stream. And technically it is a game, so it is technically a gaming stream. Just a very old-fashioned one.
Yeah.
By several hundred
We
years.
should totally play chess sometime. Again.
We need to do it again.
Really fun.
Sadly, it's probably just going to be online chess. I don't think we'll capture that same experience, but guys, I could absolutely do chess streams. I played chess with people like Insta and Scott in Discord once, because it's integrated. We could do a whole stream of just that. That'd be awesome.
Totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, the FNAF Q&A, just a Q&A, which is its own thing. Actual debates. Episode 7 was the first actual debate. The series is titled Debate Direct. 90% of it isn't even a debate. There's debating elements in, maybe half of it, but it's a lot of it is not actual debates. And I don't know where the word direct came from. I'm not even sure if I came up with the name. I legitimately don't remember. DJ might, because he actually has a really good memory. I don't know if you remember, DJ, but, the name Debate Direct doesn't really make sense. Why is it called Direct?
I feel like you came up with it, or you had maybe some assistance with it, because I know you've shared stories before where, you've had, you've had, name suggestions given by family and whatnot, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was something you started working on and then you had got help.
Yeah. But, it's just kind of a series of random things. The political compass test, another kind of, would you rather online gimmicky thing. And, again, all these tier lists are kind of segmented them. like, you could put all the reviews in one thing, but, like, the FNAF talks are just kind of their own thing that's hard to define. And I think it was around episode 30, it was around 2021, when I don't remember doing some particular introspection on the series at any point, but I think I just gradually learned, because I actually had a backlog of stuff to compare and contrast, which, as Corey said, was a very tangible kind of result of, okay, here's what works, here's what doesn't, here's what people like, here's what doesn't. I think it took me like 10 episodes of like being able to look back on stuff to really start thinking, what is this series? And maybe it was subconscious, but I gradually kind of refined it.
Yeah.
And it just gets more and more refined from the 40s to the 50s to the 60s. You can see the improvement almost in the thumbnails. Hopefully, I'm going to destroy that with the replacement thumbnails I'm making, but it's for the best. But, like, if you look now at the latest ones I've done, aside from a couple specific issues, like, they've all been so much more... It's like, these streams understood what they were, and they achieved what they set out to do, and they had clear goals, whereas the earlier ones were just kind of stumbling about in the dark. But that's just kind of natural improvement. That matches the entire channel. Like, this kind of parallels the entire channel, because Debate Direct has been around since July 2019. The channel started in January, February 2019, so there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, half a year of the channel where Debate Direct didn't exist, and most of the stuff from back then should be unlisted or privated at this point. Like, there's a lot of old crap, I don't know, but Debate Direct's been here for most of the journey, and it's defined the channel, I think. It really has defined the channel for people. I mean, back when the banner had, like, the panels, you guys remember the panels? And I'd switch them out when I was changing which games were, like, featured?
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I remember.
It became a bit... The thing is, I realized that it was the only channel inconsistent with all my other channels, so I changed it, and I think the logo's better. Because I did a whole thing where I was reviewing and I was comparing with professional YouTubers and thinking about what's appealing branding-wise. There needs to come a point, if I were to make this even more professional, where I just hire a professional artist and pay them to make a good banner. But until then, swirls are staying. And I'm really happy with the text font I chose. I took a lot of time picking DHF, Dipper Negara, whatever it's called, for the, you know, Mr. Matt logo. But the panels were cool. I think they were a bit too much effort for the payoff, but like they were cool. And Debate Direct was always there. It was a panel that never got removed, never got switched out. It got updated one time, but it was always there. Unlike the games, all of which were switched out and as transient as the passing wind. Passing wind, guys.
Yep.
I farted.
Passing wind.
Anyway, I've taken my turn to ramble. I'm going to end the stream soon. So if you've got something to say, say it now.
Yeah.
Arrow, welcome to the stream.
I'm gonna go back to chat and go get some lunch, but it was good to at least stop in and say a couple of things. So.
I think everyone
Definitely.
deserves to like have their word put in, even if it's just like a minute-long segment. Like, you, DJ, you, Platty, Insta, Mac, Corey, you have all been big features in Debate Direct, or at least the community at large, with all the stuff we've done here. There's a lot of people who sadly haven't turned up because they're unavailable. I think Swim definitely deserves a word. I think True, you know, Ethan, Scott, Ambience, Lucy, of course. But I think they'll all have their bit to say, you know, in their own time, maybe, or maybe they just don't need to. I can guesstimate what they would say. But, you know, Debate Direct is constantly shifting and evolving. And yeah, I'm going to make changes to the old stuff. I'm going to, you know, say goodbye to some of these thumbnails because I am going to be removing them. And I might trim out the intro of the videos where the old thumbnail displays, because some of them are just so bad. But it's like, I don't want to let things like that take away from what they were and what they still are. Like, a lot of this stuff has been preserved. It's been 4 years, guys. Like, there's been a lot of time, but all this has just been sitting in the background. Even to me, just kind of forgotten. But I'm really glad I did this event with Debate Direct 101, rushing out all these back-to-back Debate Directs, you know, building up to this, and kind of, you know, making it a whole thing to celebrate, because I knew 100 episodes was coming, and I wanted to be ready, so I thought I'd just do, like, over a week straight of Debate Direct exclusives, and I think it's been a fun thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely fun to watch.
I'll see you on the flip side. I'm gonna take my leave and
Bye,
I'll
DJ.
talk to you all
Thank
later.
you.
Capitulated it, yeah.
I'm gonna leave voice chat myself soon. So, anything you guys want to add?
I just think debate direct is just such a great way to just bring the community together as a whole. And after hearing what Mac had to say, I think it's also because you're still really small, a great way to actually bring people out to try new things, especially when it comes to talking about topics that somebody may want to talk about, but they don't have the courage yet to really go out there and say it to the world. I think it's a great opportunity for even that, because you're so small. It's just anybody new can come on and just sort of speak their word. Just to get open and to just a new experience. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I also think it's a great opportunity for the little guy. Like, when I think of, like, I don't really have a friend group. If I'm being honest, my situation now is similar to how it was in middle school. I was everybody's friend. Everybody loved me. I was just an affable classmate. And I'm not denying that I have some, really close bonds and relationships with you, with other people, who aren't here right now. But I don't really have a tight-knit friend group. With that being said, though, I think when people think of my friends, correct me if I'm wrong, they think of, Ethan, Lucy. Lucy I've actually met in real life. Ethan, who, we have the ongoing bromance joke, but who is legitimately the closest thing I have to a single best friend, if I had to pick. Which I wouldn't want to. I don't do favourites, mostly. But, and you got people like Scott, who, like, is this big YouTuber personality and stuff, and him and I are very similar and very different, I think. And, you got the veteran OGs like Livy and DJ. They have been around since almost the very beginning, and they're both around my age. Like, they're actually, like, adults, and they're, they finished school, and they're kind of, with me. But I think a lot of people like yourselves and Platty, even though he's actually a veteran alongside DJ and Livy, I think, have gone unnoticed. And I like that you got to get your word in here. As maybe, like, because there's not a hierarchy, but it's like, who are the chat moderators? Who are the staff on the server? It does include you, partially. But it's like, I think there's specific people, even I think to, when I think closest. But, this has been really eye-opening on the socialization, the social aspect of Debate Direct, I think. And, like, how much of an impact I've actually made on your lives. And vice versa. Without noticing it. Like, I've never really stopped to think about it, because I feel like it's a bit of a weird thing to dwell on, and I don't want to think about someone, like, way too much, and then find out, oh, man, they didn't think of me nearly as much, and our relationship is not what I imagined it to be in my head, because I've lived that many a time before Mr. Matt. Teenagehood was rough. But I hope you guys do come away from this feeling confident, and this goes out to DJ, Platty, everyone else I've talked about, people I haven't mentioned who I've forgotten about, George, maybe, and I mentioned Swim. Like, I do think about you guys. You guys really have made a difference. You are my friends. You are my social life. And not only have you improved the content and made for some interesting and fun times, like, I think we've been able to have some really mature discussions. And I'm really inspired by these stories of self-confidence you provided. This is like something out of the DDLC side story. So, I'm looking at your roles here, and not to equate the, weighty, emotional, depth of our relationship with Discord permissions. But Insta didn't even have Hydratinator? Buddy, I bestow upon you, and you, Max, since Corey already has it, the Hydratinator 2000 roll. Wear this with pride.
What?
You got some extra perms.
Aww.
You deserve this. Because you've proven to be people I can trust. And, like, this is such a thing online. And I've had bad experiences with this. Partly my own fault. In full for myself. I've learned some things the hard way about boundaries. And kind of, expectations and managing that. This is the epiphany I had when I was, like, 19 and a half. And I made that whole stream of, like, my moral wisdom guru lessons. It's archived now. It was actually really cringeworthy. But, like, it was a real thing. That with the creation of the Hydration Nation, it's a long story, and I'm not going to retell it because I don't like to dwell on it, but some drama went down before the Hydration Nation was created. The Hydration Nation was born out of my own mistakes, and I like to think of that as kind of like a perfect symbolism about improvement. Because Mac was right, Debate Direct is all about learning. This series should be called, like, Learning Direct. because the content and the topic and the subject is all superficial. It's been about improving and opening our minds and accepting new information and doing something with it. And, you know, I think that extends to even, you know, the personal aspect of this. So, yeah, you guys get an extra role.
I kind of have a question. Is this an exception you're making?
An exception?
Because, look in the aquarium chat, because, in the about,
yeah, we have to be adults 18 plus. Then
Oh,
we're kind
yeah!
of...
Details schmeetails. Well, here's the thing. A, I completely forgot about that, and B, yeah, I'm gonna make an exception. Because I trust you.
What if debate direct was called Learn and Earn? That'd be funny.
Learn and earn? Sure, yeah, I can do that right now. Whoa. I don't know what I just said.
Right now.
Learn and earn. Bracket. Cha-ching. More brackets. Subscribe to Insta. There we go. Perfect. But, like, yeah, I mean, to be honest, that rule was put in place because I wanted to kind of have responsibility regarding minors online. I think that's very important. There's a lot of lessons surrounding that, which we've definitely learned, you know, a long time ago, hopefully. I feel like I've managed that pretty well. But, yes, Mac, I forgot about that, and thinking about that, I might just remove that. I might just make it based on judgment, because the way I see it, like, having your age number be too low is such an artificial way to block you out of kind of my trusted circle. Like, I want to say this, guys, you've expressed such trust and faith in me. It's really honoring, so I feel like I got to give that back. I don't feel compelled to. I want to. Like, there are so few people in this world who you can really, really trust. But I want you to feel reassured that it goes both ways. So this is what I'm doing. It's just a token. The important thing is, you know, our actual interactions. So yeah. Yeah, I'll make an exception. I might change the rule. They're more like guidelines and actual rules. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's my server, guys. At the end of the day, this is a generous autocracy. It is not a democracy. What I say goes.
Gotta love it.
You're absolutely right, Mac. And see, here's the important thing. I've noticed this over time. Mac keeps me in check. Mac is a very accountable person. Whenever I do something that even has a hint of a hypocrisy, he'll point it out. And I'm really glad, because I try really hard not to be a hypocrite. But when I spout loads of random things that may or may not be ironic over the years, it's really hard not to contradict myself at some point. And I do change my mind on things, so... But I think that's natural. Everybody does.
Everybody does, yeah.
But I'm glad that you're pointing it out before some knobhead who thinks they're so smart and is going to totally cancel me and ruin me points it out in a rude way. Like,
looking at you, Vanity.
This is why yeah, Vanity. This is why I keep you around, Mac. You are just a tool. This is how I use you.
Wait, what?
People are nothing to me but tool.
You are a tool. You're a shovel. You're a spade. Who wants to be an axe from Minecraft?
You
Insta, do you want to be an axe or a
I'm gonna
sword?
crit everyone.
Yeah, you're crit
I'm gonna use the axe. I'm gonna
Corey's
crit
a
everyone.
pickaxe. Heart and soul of the Discord, given his work on the bot. Yeah, no, I'm just having a laugh. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now, guys, unless you got something else to say in response. Don't take it too seriously, alright? Keep it light, but you mean something to me, alright? You're not the only ones.
And you do to us.
This goes
I'm
out
sure
to,
of it.
you know, peeps. Chat's dead because everyone's either in voice chat or not watching, so yeah, alright. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. Watch till the end for a little tease. Bye, guys!
Ooh.
I like to mess with them a bit. Alright, boys, I know you're watching this, so... First, we need a QOTD winner, so if everyone's got a QOTD, type it out in chat now. And let me just tag my homies in the description. Speakers, please. Why so formal? Alright? These people have earned my trust. I want to do this in alphabetical order. We got Insane Insta. We got Courageous Corey. We got... masochistic Mac? It's the best descriptor I come up with. Does I become before K? H-I-J-K-L-M-N. Yeah. Who else was here? Platty, which is now Reality Breakthrough, so he got at the bottom. Shout out to my boy. Aiden's Virtual Break, I like that. Technically I should be at the top, I don't know. Wasn't there someone else? DJ! My man DJ who goes, no he doesn't, he's S. LMO, RS. Technically he's below Aiden's Virtual Break. I don't know, man. Don't get hung up on it. But yeah, shout out to the boys for their fantastic contributions. This has been so cool. If I can get the others, like Livy, Ethan, and people to get, like, a little bit on it, or maybe just, like, pre-record a clip and maybe post it at some point in the future, like on Matt's Dismiss or something, as, like, an exclusive bonus, that might be pretty cool to get, like, their opinion on it. I'd have to do that, like, within the next 24 hours, but I'll see if I can do that. Maybe I could type something out. You could all do little tributes on the Hydration Nation. But yeah, guys, what's your favorite Debate Direct live stream and why? If I search QOTD. Crap. DJ definitely had one. I'm trying to remember. I guess I could just give no one the QOTD since all the people in chat already shouted out like that. Could do this, unless someone has a QOTD. But yeah, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, the charity shoutout's just there because there has to be one. I'll talk more about Greenpeace, like, in the next stream that's not Debate Direct or something. Great charitable organization, which, as always, is linked below with the Discord, you know, that we can talk about, the other channels. Everything, as usual, is already there. Yeah, DJ, you talked about your favorite individual stream rather than the type. But let's not worry about it, guys, because it's finally time. It's finally time to reveal the thing. Guys. Debate Direct 101. Alright? I've been talking about it, teasing it out for weeks. Tomorrow, you finally get your answers. But I just want to say, if I go over to bot commands, did I pin it? I didn't. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Hold on. Where was it? Hold on. Hold up. Wow, this is taking ages. Alright. If I just post this. Wow, these are the only messages he's ever had in bot commands. That's interesting. First I'm going to post this. Last chance to predict. And I'm just going to link the Debate Direct playlist with the riddle, with the change name. I'm trying to think of how to express this. The thing is, this whole event, this whole thing, it's all going to be revealed tomorrow. It's all going to be revealed in tomorrow's live stream. At this point, it's probably obvious, like really obvious, so I'm just going to say it. There's going to be episode 101, hashtag 101 of Debate Direct. And that is what is going to end this whole thing. It's going to be the finale, the epilogue, whatever you call it. But it's not just episode 101, which is the entire reason why I did all of these in the first place. I wanted Debate Direct 101 to actually be episode 101. So that's happening. But the actual contents of the episode, no one has predicted yet. Maybe they're onto it. Maybe they got the trail, they got the right scent. Maybe they've got part of the answer. Specifically with the riddle, which is all that's left of the clues. All the other clues have been resolved or done for, and it's all going to be explained tomorrow. I still need to make the thumbnail, so if it doesn't appear until like a few hours before, get ready. But, you know, this is your last chance, guys, to predict what the meaning of the riddle is, because this riddle is everything. This riddle is the entire event. It is the stream itself. It is the content of the stream. It's what's going to happen. And, you know, maybe think about the progression, you know? Various streams over the years, cobbled together, taking shape, evolving into a fine point, with bonuses that explore each aspect of Debate Direct, all the different sides of it, past, present, and future, before a tier list looking back and reviewing them all, to a meta episode talking about what Debate Direct is, and thinking about everything we got here. What comes next in that progression? How do you finish that trilogy, that trinity? Well, it's all going to come to an end tomorrow. And Debate Direct 101, I've been planning for a very long time. I've actually had this in the back of my mind, the idea, since... I don't want to say. Since a while back. I'm not even sure how far back I had the idea, but I've had it for a while. I'm trying to think of how to tease this. You know what? I'm going to put everything in the stream. I'm going to end this. If I forget something, I'll put it in like an announcement post. I'm going to end this just by reading out the riddle. Alright? I want you guys to really think about the riddle. Because the riddle is everything. Alright? So I'm just going to read it out. I'm going to end the stream with that. I can't answer your questions, Mac. My lips are sealed. All will be revealed tomorrow. Keep speculating, though. Keep it coming. I love seeing it. I'll respond to everything once it's all out there. But yeah. Guys, this is the end of the stream. Thanks so much for watching. Stay hydrated. Debate Direct 101. I am an action. A process. A state of being. I am a new perspective. A different angle. I am a revision. I am an idea. I am change. I am the future. It is utterance, a tool of expression, the articulation of the voice, and the boundless extent of reality, in which all is relative and exists. What am I?